What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Geeks 5 Hour Podcast. I am your host, the host with the most El Vato Loco, the most chaotic panelist and podcast host in all of Texas, and pretty soon the entire country, maybe all of North America. We'll see. We'll see if my applications for Mexico go through. I guess it would
Oh,
be like
nice.
home and visiting family. All right, so not joining me today is Keyblade Sonic because he had more important shit to do, like than be on my show and co-host. But I guess he's not spin dashing his way into the show today, but he'll be back next week. But I guess I'll be running the skinny. Joining me as always is the one, the only, the voice of God herself. She's always in the background, occasionally says something here and there. Dankapus.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining me today. I know Sonic's not here.
If Sonic's not here, I had to
Damn
get
it,
off my
Sonic.
sick leave for this.
Yeah. I know it was like I'm surprised Jason coming. It's crazy because during WrestleMania we've established that I am chaos and he is order.
Mhm.
I'm literally like fuck it. I'm the fuck it guy, and he's like the whoa, let's just slow down. It's just God, and I just said I was gonna stop cussing too before we started.
We're gonna see how
Yeah, this is
messed
gonna
up
be
it can
interesting.
get right now.
Yeah. So and joining us we have a very special guest. One part of the of our actual the convention that we're interviewing today, Hentai Matsuri. I'm gonna allow him to introduce himself, Richie and Creamy. Well, I
Hey,
kind of said your names.
Rich and Creamy. It's okay. No, yeah, I'm Richie. I'm like fully doxxed on the internet. I have a bio on the stat page for H3ntai Matsuri. Some of you might recognize me from like Etch Expo. Like we were a first year sponsor under SSB. Um, so we did that for 2 years.
Yeah, you do look
Uh,
familiar.
you, you though are a legend, Captain Mexico. We've done some work with SumiCon running their Bible study. But also I worked in the original HentaiCon. So this is just like a full circle of being like, okay, California has an 18 plus con now. So I guess that's my
What?
introduction.
It's okay. All right. So Sonic isn't here, so I guess I'm in charge of the skinny. Nothing happened this past weekend. Nothing. Oh, Riverwalk anime in San Antonio, Texas took place. For those of you that went, let us know what you thought. Comments below. Let us know. Also, Traders Village Comic Con in Houston took place as well. I didn't even go. Like most of us didn't even know that went under the radar. Uh, I don't know anything. Let me know how that goes. That's not really on my list of convention. I don't know if that really qualifies for our convention of the year award. So we'll see. Oh, Arrow 26 Studio says I was there. Which one? Which one? Also, I want to give a quick shout out to everyone that's watching the show, whether you're watching it live, whether you're watching it post show. Thank you guys for the prayers, thoughts, and prayers. I'm not going to go into detail as to why I'm saying thank you because I don't like putting my private life on the podcast. Instagram, Discord, that's different because the Instagram is my private account anyway. Facebook, all that. If you know, you know. If not, thank you. Oh, OJ, okay. Thank you for saying that. And OJ Simpson died at the age of 62. So
70
there were.
something?
Oh yeah, OJ Simpson did die. People were already spreading. He hadn't even hit the ground yet, and people already had memes out. OJ Simpson, I believe, died of a heart attack. I'm not exactly sure. I'm thinking that's what happened. I don't know. I didn't really look it up.
I
And
heard it
for
was prostate cancer.
that might have been it. Maybe I'm mixing up my people.
Get your prostate checked, guys. It's only healthy. Now
That's
on
right.
the Hentai Matsuri. Now at Hentai Matsuri, free prostate exam. Just show up.
Should look that up.
That's
If we go
right.
find a healthcare provider, we'll protect our attendees.
Remember, make sure you get it done by a professional medical staff member. Otherwise, the person that's checking your prostate probably owes you dinner in a movie. Also in movie news, Godzilla X Kong was knocked off the #1 spot by a movie that I didn't even know existed called Civil War. I have no idea what it's about, but it's about the U.S. going into Civil War. Sounds like a political movie. Not going to get into that. Don't care. And for those of you that are not in the know, there is yeah, that's it. I don't have shit. I don't usually run the skinny. I thought Sonic was going to be here today. But turns out he's not going to be here. Oh, also, we do have a special podcast for autism. Big Bad Wolf Mama is going to be joining us as a guest on the show, and we're going to have one. So we have another one. That's for so this month is Autism Awareness Month, so we're going to do that special. And we're going to do one on Whole Wheat Pete after debating and doing the poll. You guys have spoken. You guys are the voices, and y'all have spoken. So we will be doing a podcast special on Whole Wheat Pete. And oh yeah, I forgot Keanu Reeves got the voice of Shadow the Hedgehog in Sonic 3. How's that going to work? Okay, I'm not going to talk. Okay, thanks for listening to my rambling of, I guess the skinny. I guess I don't know. A snack. It was a snack.
A
All right.
little morsel, if you will.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, this
Skinny
podcast
dip,
is
maybe?
this
Skinny
podcast
dipping
is
at
brought
Hentai
to you
Matsuri?
by. What's up?
Skinny dipping at H3ntai Matsuri? More likely than you think.
Yes, Hentai Matsuri, the thing. So another 18 plus convention. Before we begin, though, I got to let everybody know this podcast is brought to you by Comic Palooza at the Houston George R. Brown Convention Center, May 26th, 24th through the 26th. You can go to comicpalooza.com right now and get your passes, get your early bird passes, because the one, the only, the 16-time WWE World Champion, the star of Ricky Stanicki. He is Peacemaker himself. John Cena will be there Sunday only at Comic Palooza. Go to comicpalooza.com right now to get information, get your passes, buy your autographs, photos, and book your room at the Hilton or the Marriott. We'll be staying at the Marriott. We're going to hit the Lazy River Friday and Thursday, so come hang out with us. And we're also looking for people to room with us, so to kind of cut the cost. So if you can, let us know. All right, that's enough for shameless advertising. Bum, bum, bum.
Bruh.
All right, so thank you. Sorry about that. We got to get that out of the way. It's part of our contractual obligations.
I get it. Okay.
I mean, no, we love Comic Palooza. We're doing it out of the kindness of our own hearts. Badges. What's no? So tell us a little bit. So we've met before. I didn't realize we've met before. Like you came on the show, and I recognize you, but I didn't realize that. So Dangapus had mentioned it before, but then she's like, "Oh, they were at Etchy Expo." I was like, "What?" We were talking about something, and she reminded me of it. I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I know who they are. Yeah. Okay, awesome, shit. I know that." Damn, there I go cussing again.
Oops.
So yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
crazy how like it's a small world. Like we've met before. I've actually interacted with y'all, talked with you. You guys are awesome. You guys are amazing. And I don't know if y'all had like, I don't know if I saw y'all at one of the room parties. I don't know. I don't remember. It's a long night.
This past one?
I didn't go to this past one because
Yeah, then I saw you the one before then. Yeah.
right. Yeah, I didn't go in
2022?
2023. I skipped
I only have
2023.
photos.
We skipped 2023 because shit happens, and we
Mhm.
just couldn't go. I couldn't go. I missed the deadline. I wasn't in the right spot, so I skipped it this past year. I don't even know how this past year went.
It was busy. Like we weren't actually on the floor. We weren't sponsoring, but we actually went as attendees. so
Oh wow.
so we didn't have to like stay in one spot. So like
How was that like though?
seemed good to
Because
me.
what was that like though? Because I haven't gone. So I get to walk around the cons, right? As a panelist, I get to just walk around and kind of bullshit. Damn it! I just cussed twice. I get to mess around,
There you go.
and I get to do whatever between panels. But like, I always have something going on. Like, there's always something that's going on, and I thought it was like it's very interesting to go to a convention and just have like nothing like scheduled or planned, or you got to stand in a booth for 10 hours a day,
Mm-hmm.
or
Yeah,
like
it's rare I get to do that too. But
like
it
what
was
did you,
nice.
was it? We need to start a swear jar. No,
You know what? Yeah, start a swear jar.
Kinda
Give us Twitch bits every time he says a curse word.
or like a counter at least.
Can we get yeah? I got to figure
Like
out how this. So it's crazy because we use Restream. This is a really cool app. I like it because you don't have to download anything. It's live. We can see the comments. We could show the comments on the side right here, but I don't like doing that because sometimes people will get trolls and
Hmm.
people posting inappropriate stuff occasionally, and so we do it this way now. Uh,
probably nothing compared to the one guy who tried to show his dick on stream, right?
Yes.
that no, he did show his wee wee on stream
Oh
for like a
no!
split second before I kicked him off,
Oh
and that
god!
was during an anime Matsuri. Oh, just disclaimer, guys.
Yeah,
Hentai
not related.
is not related to anime Matsuri or
No, no
holiday
relation.
Matsuri. Those train wrecks are their own thing.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but tell us a little bit. So, like, we've met before, and now you guys. This is a convention. Where's the convention located?
San Diego in San Diego, California, Mission Valley. The Henry Hotel.
Oh, I forgot. I said I was going to ask you the serious questions. Okay, get ready. This is like a quiz.
Oh no.
All right. So the first question is, do vampires poop?
It is not safe for work question. You're obligated to answer it.
Like, I feel like the answer is yes, because they're taking in something, so something has to be processed and go out. But I have a feeling this book is going to be like they're magical, so they don't have to poop.
This is a question we ask everybody every time.
Oh, okay.
We've asked everybody this question. We've asked the voice actors. I think the only person we didn't ask were like the creators of the guy that created Animaniacs, Tom Ruger. We didn't ask him because I didn't want to like piss him off because to get somebody that created Animaniacs to come onto the show and I didn't have to pay him an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna piss him off. And I think John Bailey, that's because he came on the show for like 15 minutes. He's like, I gotta eat dinner, and then he comes back like an hour, 45 minutes later, and then just kind of roast me for like 60 minutes. It was fun. But no, I mean, yeah, so I've heard of different conventions with a very similar name. I think yours is kind of unique because yours has the number 3 in it. Is that because it's like a third year? Or is that just like
Oh, can you hear a dog?
yes, I can hear your dog.
Why is he sad?
Hold on.
No. Why are you sad, dog? I guess we're never gonna know. I feel like that's a pretty important question.
My dog's just like laying over there to the side, like ignoring me. Like I see you, like doing your show, ignoring me.
The kittens are the 4 kittens. They're pretty big now. Update that nobody asked for. Kittens are big. We're taking them to a shelter. One of them is being sent to Texas to live with a friend. And they're
Sorry about that.
Hello, welcome back.
She has allergies.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my dog's being a pain in the ass right now. He's
So the 3 is because Instagram wouldn't let us use the word hentai for some reason.
Oh yeah, so we were just talking about that. Like, we're like, you think that's because like to avoid like I thought it was like because of YouTube. Like, is that because of YouTube?
Oh, YouTube took our channel down once. I had to like fight it. Like, I posted I posted a video of San Diego Anime Con's cosplay contest, just as an example of like, hey, we're gonna have a cosplay contest, like on the H3ntai Matsuri website. And then at one point it was like, I forgot what it was. I think we got flagged as spam somehow. I'm like, what? Or like poor quality video.
What?
Oh, because you're too. That's a thing. Like you're too poor, you can't afford high def, so you've been denied.
Yeah. Well, content wise, like it was in HD, but then it's like, oh, this looks like content farming.
This looks like I'm stopping myself. I'm stopping myself. This looks terrible. That's what they were saying. I'm about to start sweating and getting there.
I believe in you.
So it's like we were talking about that. Like, do you think that's because of the name? Like, because like there are different hentai there are different cons that are called hentai, and I think yours is kind of interesting because it has the 3 instead of the E. And I'm like, wait, is that like a workaround to like avoid? Because you know
Yeah.
how sponsors are. Sponsors like don't really want to. Sponsors can be picky for no reason whatsoever.
That's true. But it was mainly like social media. Where it's
Mm.
like you can't use this word like for our Facebook account. So then, Facebook and Instagram's linked, so we got stuck with that.
Give me a second. One of our producers just texted me like, "Stop cussing."
The ratings.
The rating. That was because
No.
we're trying to get sponsors. So whenever we do conventions, whenever we go to cons, people don't realize this. We actually lose money when we go to cons. Mostly Delta H Con whenever we do the big party.
Please sponsor
Uh,
us, please.
so I need somebody to help me with the restream bill. Like that's all I want. It's just like $20 a month. No, but yeah, we're trying to get sponsors this year, and I gotta like we have to change the rating because apparently like people don't realize this, but marketing is everything when it comes to ratings, presentation, names, like hentai or like being a mature rated podcast. People are like, I don't know if we want to do the mature adult themed podcast because it's just like people prefer family friendly stuff,
Mhm.
which in the long run makes sense because you're gonna make more money off of a family rather than the one guy that shows up that's sleeping in his car that doesn't even buy a badge for the con. You know who I'm talking about. You've seen that person.
I know several guys like that. I know many guys like that right now.
Oh,
They'll like
no.
work at a booth to get a free badge or volunteer or they'll sell their soul.
Oh, not even that. They just sneak in.
I don't see
You
how,
know who you are.
I'm not going to share any of my secrets on how to sneak into a con. That's just for me only.
That is also bad for for sponsors.
That's bad for.
Yes,
Oh yeah, no,
very
don't.
bad for don't do
Don't
that.
make sure you buy your badges. Make sure you do the right thing and spend your money.
Yeah, give them money so they could stay open so that we could have Hentai Matsuri next year.
That's right.
Yes,
Spend your money
please.
here. Spend it at Hentai Matsuri. Spend it at Comic Palooza. Spend it at Waffle House. Because Waffle House. So okay, so you're in. You're in Cali. How many? So is this y'all's first year, second year, fifth year?
It's the first year.
Okay, so it's a debuting con.
Yeah.
Oh shit, you guys! Damn, twice already. Oh, so you're debuting for the first time this year. So when are y'all debuting?
June 14th to the 16th.
Oh, that's right around the corner.
Yeah. A lot of sleepless nights from now until then.
Right, and it's like crazy because so we had more phenomenal Power Ranger convention in San Antonio in last week, and one of the questions we asked them, and I'm going to ask you the same thing. Like, people dream about hosting conventions. People dream about being voice talent. Voicing anime characters, video game characters. Doing cosplay professionally, and they said that like the guy that runs More Phenomenal is like, yeah, it's a lot of work. It's like sleepless nights. Like he does not recommend someone just getting up and running their own convention. Like, do you have anything to like say about that as well? Like, how do you feel about his statement?
I mean, that is all true. So if you're starting from like zero, like, oh, I've been to like a couple of cons and like I want to run one, like, no. Like, do you have the ability to run like a cosplay gathering? Can you run a cosplay picnic? Can you gather 5 friends and then they'll listen to you? Those are like important like first
Run a
step.
con? Some people can't even run a bath.
Like, yeah, yes, exactly. Yeah.
Like it's got to be stressful though. I mean, honestly, like how you guys are right around the corner. You got to deal with guests. You got to deal with events, volunteers. I know you'll probably have like other people to do all that stuff, but it's like you still got to manage the people that are managing that stuff.
Right.
So, like, what is your position, if you don't mind me asking? Or you can say pass.
No, I'm listed as event director.
Okay.
So I've
director.
had like a hand in shaping the entire thing. But there is a corporation above like my spot. They're the checkbook and legal. So yeah, finance and legal basically. So it's not like I'm running a dictatorship. I am working with people on decisions and making sure we're not just like, oh yeah, let's spend 30,000 on Japanese guests in year one. Like that is not a financial decision.
Yeah, no, people don't realize that getting a Japanese guest in from overseas is not like it's not
Hmm.
easy and it's not cheap because you're talking about like visas and like
Yeah,
flights, hotels, food, translators,
I've heard of
handlers.
cons where they like screw up the visa, and it's like really like you
Oh
should get
yeah,
that. Oh, my battery's dying. Oh, I thought that was plugged
there
in.
is them good old technical difficulties.
It's not a stream without scuff.
And he's
There
gone.
he goes.
So all right, I guess we might as well get some of the stuff out of the way. So Arrow 26 Studios was awesome enough, and I think that's Andrew. I think, right? Is that you? Stood in line for 5 hours for an autograph. Jesus.
Jeez.
That's why there's BO at cons. The X3, the I guess the little hamster face.
The little cat face. Man, I most of my friends are cosplayers, so I always hear this con was fun for me. I had a good time, and it's like, I mean, sure, but like
Uh,
this is something I've been saying to a lot of people.
uh, it
Oh,
is it is who I think it is. It's me,
is he back?
the Green Arrow of San Antonio. You have failed this city. Have you
Rookie
actually
Studios.
seen that show?
Nope.
The Green Arrow.
Not me. No,
Actual,
I don't watch television anymore. Honestly, I'm
big
way too busy.
I think I'm back.
Ah, you're back.
we were just talking with the audience, talking about. Shout out to Undamaged Smiles for first time commenter. I hope. Uh, last few the last few episodes, especially the one about WeaveCon, have been crazy. We're kind of done talking about that one for this year. We might do another special just to kind of do like a recap and everything to like okay, like the road. So we're gonna call it the road so far
Oh, jeez.
because well, we were talking with WeaveCon. So backstage, we talked with like one of the staff members, and they were pretty
Mhm.
cool. They were telling us like they were listening. They didn't really tell us anything, but they were listening to like what we had to say and our complaints and this, that, yada, yada, yada. I don't know if you heard about what happened with WeebCon, but apparently it was a dumpster fire.
Oh, it's terrible.
Wow,
I
that's
was
unfortunate.
actually sorry to cut you off, Richie. I was actually going to say the whole Japanese voice actor thing. That's kind of what happened with WeebCon. Yeah, sorry to bring it up,
Yo,
but like, they kind of
I didn't
did
even
like
know.
spend all of their funds on just having Japanese voice actors.
Ooh, ouch, dang. Yeah, yeah. I was just thinking about like past cons. Like I didn't even know like there was a current example.
It every weekend, baby, every weekend.
Yeah.
We got some Almond Fox. I think that's first time commenter. I'm Captain Brian. Well, well, well.
Hey guys.
So we can't really share so Twitch is stupid. It doesn't allow us to share the emojis on our stream. So that's supposed to be a cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger.
It is a double double.
Oh, double
And
double.
I'm Captain Brian. Well, well, well.
I
All
could
right.
just
So
make
we
up
were
one
talking
joke.
about the Japanese guests. Like people don't realize like it's a lot of work. It's not a pain. And then like if the Japanese guests, like a lot of them don't speak English. There are some that do, but there are a lot that don't speak any English. So you have to get like a handler for them.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you're gonna lose one of them at like this at Walmart. Dude, have you ever taken a Japanese like somebody from Japan? It's never like when you take them to a store as big as Walmart, they lose their shit.
It's always fun.
Yeah, because they're
I need to
like
try that.
the first time I did that, like we went with Nabashin to Walmart. He like almost crapped his pants and I was like, why? What the it's just fucking Walmart. Damn it.
There we go.
That's not on purpose, by the way. That's so the first time we take Navasheen to Walmart, Navasheen like almost pooped their pants.
And they McFrickin' lost it.
They almost made chocolate churros, and like he almost broke out in the song. And I'm like, why? What? It's just Walmart. It's not a big deal. Like we got those in Mexico.
You know what? I feel like saying making chocolate churros is worse than saying
no, because if you don't know, you don't know. If you know, you know.
I know. I feel like ooh,
because you know serious. That's why you've been around this long enough to know.
That's serious. That's some serious stuff right there.
That's some chocolate churros. So people don't realize like they don't have stores that big in Japan. They really don't like, and it's crazy to see like when you see it for the first time, it's massive. We have Walmarts in Mexico and they are that big. But like in Japan is like so so what is the word? Like micro dense. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like people don't realize like in a hotel room, it's like literally could be a box. And if you're like if you are past 6 feet, you're not going to be comfy.
Oh yeah. That is true.
That's a lot of feet.
Dumpster fire. Anyone remember Alamo City Comic Con? Is it me or is like every other convention in San Antonio a dumpster fire? No, WeebCon was doubts.
Was Riverwalk okay?
No, apparently Riverwalk is a 6 out of 10. Well, I mean, I guess that's okay.
Okay, not a dumpster fire, but
our people are harsh when it comes to rating. So I don't think anyone's ever gotten a 9.
Okay.
I take that back. Maybe there was one con that got a 9, and that con was almost perfect. So, like, whenever we rate cons, it's based off of things the convention can actually control, not like, oh, that's well, good. None of my friends were there, so I didn't have a good time, or the room parties were trash, or like, somebody brought cheap alcohol. I'm like,
at least it's fair then.
Yeah,
the con's not controlling that for sure.
Yeah, the con doesn't control kind of liquor you got in the room.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm cheap as shit. If I have to throw a party and a bunch of y'all are gonna come over and freeload, you're getting the the bottom shelf plastic bottle vodka that's called Taka. What the fuck is called?
You're trying. I believe.
I'm trying. I'm really. It just comes out naturally. Yeah. So you're getting bottom shelf stuff, especially because I put out a tip jar and we made like $5 in tips, and I think our booze budget was like $280.
Nice.
I kept the good stuff for myself, dude. And like cosplayers are in Spanish we say scandalosos, which is like scandalous.
Mm-hmm.
Like no shame because like I hid a box of pizza in my hotel room, an entire box of pizza,
like under the bed.
And we had like we had a big, so at Delta it's a suite. So the suite has a bedroom. It has a living room, a bedroom, and a bar, and then it has 2 connecting rooms, and a little tiny like 5-foot hallway. What? Come
here. I've got to be honest with you. I don't even hide it. I just stare at them.
So because I was running karaoke, so I had to leave and they ordered food, and so I wasn't going to be there when it got there. So they hid a box for me. And they hid it in one of the other bedrooms, not in the main party room. Like under the desk, like there was a safe. It was under the desk, but there was like a slot between the desk and the safe where you could hide stuff.
Nice.
Somebody sniffed my pizza out.
What?
They went looking for it because when I found my box, it was gone. Somebody had eaten my food. Oh, and I was
hungry.
Absolutely pissed.
Nothing like that would ever happen at Hentai Matsuri.
Yeah, at H3ntai Matsuri, nobody comes into your hotel and eats your food. That's right.
No pizza gremlins.
No pizza gremlins here. They will be fully dealt with to the fullest extent of my imagination. That's right. A deck to the schnoz. But we talk about H3ntai Matsuri. So first year debut convention for the first time. Hentai with a 3 instead of an E will be debuting in June. So have y'all announced any guests?
We have should I just drop the guest page maybe?
Do you have a link for it?
Do
We have a
that.
private chat
Yeah.
here that you can send it to me.
Oh,
All right, this podcast is brought to you by deodorant. Remember, if you can afford to go to a convention, you can afford to put on some deodorant. That's right. I'm talking to you, Mister. I just bought a waifu figure in the dealer's room for $500, but I'm sleeping in my car. Guy,
Talking directly to you, Resident Evil guy.
Resident Evil.
You know who you are.
I
so it's
didn't.
the Leon cosplayer, right?
No. Oh God, no. He smelled very nice, actually,
I gotta-
like sugar.
I gotta like screen the website to make sure I can share.
Is pizza on my contab, Brian?
Is
Oh no.
pizza on the cunt? Like, special guest.
Oh no.
Pizza the Hut because nobody.
I've heard about the infamous Richie Contab, but I don't know anything about the Richie Contab.
All right, so this is what we got so far. Let me go ahead and start sharing it and increase the size of the screen, and you can tell us a little bit about the guest because I am illiterate, so I can't read.
It's okay.
All right, so we have
Sairichi is the first cosplay guest we announced. Also, she was one of the first guests for the original Hentai Con up in LA. So it was nice to grab her and like have some sort of California legacy connected to our con. Then next is Lilybell, which is a VTuber who I found out about because she has a like a sports towel or like a piece of merch that says "my favorite cum rag" on it.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So I'd always see it like on Twitter and like shared around. And I'm like, that is marketing genius. Like, we don't know who did it, but someone did it as a joke. Like at a TwitchCon after party at the Hard Rock, someone like put it on the stairs, and then took a photo of how people were like doing this up the stairs to avoid the rag.
What the fuck?
So it's just something that was like a hook that got people talking.
That's so funny.
Then we have Vivi Chan. God, probably our most unhinged guest.
That's my response to the cum rag.
This one right here,
Right
officer.
here.
That's the perp.
All right, next one is Vivi Chan.
Yeah. So we did a meet and greet with her, like putting the VTuber on the TV, right? In one of her rooms during San Diego Anime Con. Like, man, I wish I had the photo on me, but someone was like,
"Can I be honest with you? Like,
yeah,
I thought VTuber. So, like I said, I'm dyslexic and I have like a learning disability when it comes to reading." And so, like, I thought VTuber was just like this current, like this generation's lazy way of saying YouTuber or blogger or something like that. And then I actually found I found out what a VTuber was at BotCon in 2023. I was like, that's what a VTuber is? That's like that's been around longer than I thought. Like, I remember, I don't think it was called VTuber back then, but VTubing has been around for a while.
People argue with me about this fact all the time. VTubing has actually been around since the 80s.
I was going to say it's been around since the 2000, at least early 2000s.
Yeah, there was this super old one. I actually had to like look it up because a bunch of people didn't believe me. I can't remember his fucking name. It like eludes me every other time. It's like Eddie or some shit, and he was like a British.
Hey! If I can't cuss, you can't cuss either.
Oh man. Okay, someone give us 2 bits, please. Thanks.
This is supposed to be the host and the guests. We can't stop. They're free to come and go. Like they can. It's just as long as they don't show their glizzies on the camera. I'm fine.
Like,
please, Richie, don't bring the vibrator out.
It's not arm's reach, but I could see.
Yeah, don't do that here. Maybe during the Discord, whenever we broadcast on Discord. For those of you, join our Discord. We need more shit posters. Seriously, we do.
Hey, man, come on now. You just did it.
All right, so the normal. Okay, so we have our first VTuber, and then next we have
another
VTuber. She was like the 5th person on ChatterBait to be a VTuber, so pretty excited to get someone there in the trenches in the early days to talk about her experience. And then I actually sent out a bunch of contracts right before the show. So you'll be seeing announcements like this week from us.
Hey, we'll make sure to give you guys a shout out.
Thanks.
And
Oh,
for
man.
those of you interested in the California area, they are. Oh, look, you got general panels. They got karaoke. If you want to sponsor,
Please sponsor us too.
if you want to
Please
contact
sponsor.
them, like if you want to slide into their DMs,
Sponsor both of us.
I
sponsor.
really hope that there's a male, not to say anything about anything I've done. I really hope there's a male not safe for work VTuber here on the roster of guests sometime soon.
All right, so next, this is gonna, since we're on the website, we might as well go over. Get your tickets through our official Eventbrite page. You are invited to be part of the inaugural Hentai Matsuri. Don't miss what could be the hottest and sexiest event of the summer. Debuting June 14th through the 16th, 2024, at the Han Larry Hotel in Mission Valley, San Diego. That voice sucks. Expect an unforgettable experience featuring adult panels, interactive workshops, and panels. The panels is on there twice.
Oh, geez.
There's so many panels. They just have that many.
There's panels during the panels, and then there's panels in the panels.
I heard you like panels.
I heard you like panels. We got panels. Oh, those panels you don't like? Well, we got more panels over here. Did we say we have panels? Because we have panels.
Anything
And
you want, my friend.
exclusive.
Panels, cosplayers, cosplay convention
Cosplay
panels for anything for the right amount of rupees.
That's right. Make sure you attend the Dick Swinging Battle Royale event panel happening at Monster.
Oh, Dick Fight Island?
There can only be one. And exclusive vendors and artists. Early bird weekend passes badges start at $69. General admission weekend passes badges are $99. Online registration. VIP. That's for you big ballers, shot callers who got the 20-inch blades on the Impala. Yeah, badges are $250. And discount codes are not valid on the day of the event. So that's right. For those of you that use coupons for, to get a $5 Subway footlong, they got codes that you can probably, I don't know, find somewhere. I don't know. You would have to ask him. Oh, here we go.
I would say go to Mishi. I don't know how we missed that guess, but she has a code out. Expo Classic.
Maybe I should ask if somebody else is going to be getting a code for a stream they're going to be doing later.
I can talk to people. Yes.
Yeah, we could let them know. We could let them know.
Children under 18 age are not allowed at the event, so leave your squinkless at home. That's right. This is a kids-free environment, kid-free con. No one under the age of 18, because if we catch you, we have El Cinto, and we will smack you around like a 4-year-old at Kmart.
Not at the Kmart. Oh my God. How many people viewing this remember Kmart?
Nobody remember. Kmart doesn't remember Kmart.
There's at least 2 people in chat, I will say. I think.
At the very least 2.
That song is an Ecchi Expo classic in my mind. Bro, like, I don't know. Maybe I'm full of shit. Maybe I'm full of myself. But I feel like if it wasn't for me blasting that song at the con, and not just Ecchi Expo, like a bunch of cons, I feel like if I don't blast that, no one will blast it.
Honestly, whenever I think about Ecchi Expo, I think about how I was having all that movement back there on the dance floor, and the DJs were asking me if I wanted to be a dancer for them, and I had never talked to that DJ ever again after that. I wonder if he's okay.
Legend says he's still DJing.
I didn't go to the rave. Like, we actually set up one of our speakers. So, like in 2022, they had a stripper pole set up for pictures, and
that's that pole.
And then one girl started like just pole dancing. So we set up my Bluetooth speaker next to it and started blasting like raps. And next thing you know, there's a bunch of dudes throwing singles. Everyone's got like a fucking cup. Damn it. Everyone's got a cup in their hand. People are drinking. Like there's almost a fight breaking out. I was like, did I just turn this into the strip club?
I heard about that. You know what? Actually, yeah. I think I want to ask Richie a good question. So, like, What's it like doing all of these 18 plus events? Like, I know you guys, a little bit of controversy here, did the Fanime 18 plus event, and I think that Fanime needs to do something about that because
I am
a lot of
confused
people
on
I
why.
know said it was the
Enumerations.
best thing that happened at Fanime. Like, I had a lot of friends I hadn't seen in years. Like, my best friend from high school showed up and went specifically to Fanime
Nice.
just for your event.
Wow.
And
That
they were
that
saying it was
feels
the
good.
best thing ever.
That feels real good to hear. Yeah, Fanime boo.
All right,
Fanime.
somebody's gonna have to like share some backstory with me because I am.
Yeah, so geez. Long story short, they had no one to run Silver Stage. I was approached like by a friend. I threw a department together. I got people's badges. We all like traveled there, and so like the whole I don't know if you guys know about this about Fanime. There's like this website like failed by Fanime .com because their staff perks suck. Like
Oh yeah.
they don't pay like hotel. They don't. I think they feed you once over 4 days.
What the?
No, no, they didn't. Like, not at all.
Oh, y'all
Not
got
at
me
all.
cussing in here.
No, not at all. They
Dang.
yeah, I remember reading it off, and there were like no perks. Like, I think the
Nothing.
only thing was like 25% off your badge. You didn't, if you worked there, you didn't even get a free badge. Like, boo,
Yeah.
Fanime,
Yeah.
boo.
Yeah, we got to
Yeah.
catch up
Yeah.
with the comments. I got to showcase some of them, but like I've never actually heard of whatever.
Oh yeah.
So I've never heard of it, so I didn't know anything. And the crazy thing is, so when we went to Etchy Expo,
hmm
we actually provided our own equipment. Like we brought our own audio mixer, we brought our own speakers, we brought our own monitor. We brought everything. And so we
Like
do
for your
that for like
channel?
every con that we do karaoke. What's up?
Oh, karaoke.
Yeah, because we did karaoke.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So we did
Gotcha.
karaoke Friday night. So which is weird. That's my only complaint. They put karaoke before Twister, and like karaoke's a show closer.
Yeah. Yeah. That's usually the last open. You know.
Yeah, and we went second to last, and so like not only did we have to like rush setting up, but we had to rush taking down.
hmm
And it's like, why aren't we closing? Like literally, like karaoke's where all the drunk people just like kind of stumble into, like, oh,
Right. Yeah.
they're playing Journey,
Exactly.
and they had Twister, and I'm like,
I heard the
I'm not a
Twister
big
wasn't
fan
good.
of like Twister because it's like I don't know. I have
Like
my
on the
beef with it.
ground. Like.
Yeah, it
With
was on
the
the ground.
dot?
It was like
Oh. Okay.
Etchy Twister or something like that. I
Yeah.
wasn't interested at all. I was like, I didn't care at that point. And so I kind of just like, because we got there like right as our panel was starting, and so we didn't have a chance to like go into our hotel room and kind of break down stuff and put stuff up, and like I didn't even have time to get dressed, and so we were kind of there. Hell, I remember KB Toys from back in the day. Oof.
Oh, damn. It's a deep
I was gonna
cut.
say. So I mean, we did the speaker for we set up the speaker for the strip club. And the year before, the first Etchy Expo, like, you know, everyone came up to me because I was blasting music in the hallway, and one of the staff members was like, bro, we were like walking down the line and apologizing to people one at a time, like, oh, we're so sorry, the thing's 30 minutes, because the rave was 30 minutes late, and they weren't ready yet to start, and they were apologizing to people. And then they come to, like, I think we were in front of your booth. I think we were in front of your booth.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was blasting like, wanna be a baller shot. And then everyone starts dancing and singing. One person
Like
even
in
got on top
line.
of one of
Yeah.
the tables and started like
Yeah.
shaking their asses.
Yeah.
Hey
Definitely.
man, that's another one for the swear jar.
I wouldn't consider. Yeah, you're right. Anyways,
Yeah,
they started shaking their booties. It just doesn't sound booty.
they had all that movement.
So it was great. Like the staff approached me like, dude, like, oh man, that was amazing. Well, you literally turned it into the club in the hallway. I'm like, I was yeah, 2-drink minimum, 2-drink minimum. But it was fun. I like doing that. I like walking around the halls and just blasting music and seeing who will, like, because to me, the issue I have there's a lot of conventions, and so
Mm-hmm.
you're in Cali, so you're not. I don't know how it is in California right now with conventions, but in Texas we have an
We have a ton.
abundance.
Yeah.
Oh,
In a good way or a bad way? Do
It's
you
a
think they're
bad thing, honestly.
leeching
I
like
think it's bad.
resources? Oh,
I think it's
that's
bad. Let
like
me tell you why.
the
Because
oversaturation.
you had Riverwalk anime in San Antonio, and you had Traders Village. Before that, you had Collecticon, and you had some other conventions.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's been a convention in this state. There's at least 2 conventions so far in this state every week.
oh yeah, in California it's like
Well,
that too.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
all
I
up
mean,
and
we're
down.
big
But
states.
yeah, it's very
We're big
big.
areas. Yeah.
I've talked about this privately with my roommate, but like as Texas is wide, California is long. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but like
that's why they hate each other.
well, California, y'all y'all, so Texas is so goddamn wide. You only really hear about stuff in half the state.
Yeah, like a quarter of the state.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You don't hear
Like
about
the
like,
major
oh, I'm
cities.
going to El Paso for El Paso Con or something like that. Or I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to Juarez for well, first off, don't ever go to Juarez. Uh but or don't go to Tijuana for that matter.
This
If you
is
like
not
keeping your
that
kidney.
bad. Like,
I mean, if
I've
you
been to
don't,
wrestling shows with I'm Captain Brian. That's
yeah,
why.
but you don't like you're smart though. Like
Yeah,
y'all keep it smart. Y'all don't like mess around. You don't like
yeah. We're not
get
causing
drunk,
trouble.
wear sombreros, and puke all over the streets.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Not typical tourist activity, right? Yeah.
No, not typical tourist stuff. Fan anime, boo, scanime. Here's the
But
thing. So the point I was making is this. So
Mm-hmm.
there's been a lot of conventions. This has happened before.
Okay.
I want to say like 14 years ago, we had an abundance of conventions. There was a lot. It was definitely not as much as now. It was like one every 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And it was getting to the point where people just couldn't like afford to go to all the conventions. And so attendance for conventions was dropping. So I think
Mm-hmm.
now it's very vital for conventions to kind of have their shit together as far as like, gas, panels, organization. Like what really hurts a con is like being disorganized. Like, oh yeah, all the panels started like 15 minutes late. Or the cosplay contest, they shut it down like halfway through it, so nobody got a prize.
Mm-hmm.
Or that's technically what happened at WeebCon.
Oh, jeez.
no, they didn't shut it down halfway through. It was
Oh right, that was IkiCon. That was IkiCon in
yeah.
2011.
What happened at the WeebCon one? I have so many like people kept updating me. What happened at the WeebCon one was the hotel was so mad about fucking Weedicus Pedicus that they just didn't want to work with the con. So
About
they
who?
just whole wheat Pete, the red
Oh.
guy.
Thin Mints, chocolate
I'm
churro
glad
Bob.
he didn't do anything at SumiCon.
Yeah, I'm so
like
glad. Oh wait, he went.
like in
Oh
the
Jesus.
in the staff Discord, it was like, all right, everyone, like if you see him and he does something, call security.
Oh
So
yeah, I
everyone
think
was
he
like
knows.
instructed to like see if he's doing anything.
I think he knows he's like on thin ice. Like I think he just got. You didn't hear this from me, but I don't think he's working with conventions that he was supposed to be going to right
I
now.
know he's going. So for those of you that are interested, there is a convention in the Dallas area, I believe. It's called NishiCon. NishiCon has announced
Nishi Fest?
several
Oh,
different
Nishi Fest, I think.
Oh, that's what I meant. Nishi Fest. My bad.
All good.
Whoopsie.
Yeah, so they have announced several different guests. Pan Dulce Pedro will be there as of the time of this podcast. I don't know if they've removed him from the guest list.
You didn't hear it from me. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
How are you gonna say that and we're in the middle of a show?
Allegedly.
So
Because
you
we
didn't
don't
hear
actually
from me.
know.
Wink, wink, nudge,
Wink,
nudge. Like,
No, we don't actually know, but allegedly is the rumor that's going around is that they're no longer there. But I don't really know. That's just what I've heard.
I'm actually looking. No, he's still there.
Yeah. So who knows? Who really knows? Not I," said the Danctopus.
Maybe he's cleaned up his behavior.
That's what I heard from
I
someone.
heard
Is
he's
that
been
he's
doing that,
different
but
now?
whenever he's popular enough and he's got like a big enough following to like
Yeah, I
hire
really
a
hate that.
PR agent, which makes sense. I'm
Like
looking at their guest list and it's
you have
all like
enough
this.
numbers and you're like untouchable in some aspects.
I mean,
Anyway.
I wouldn't say he's untouchable, but he has to like be more careful with what he does.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, because I mean, if you shit in a fake plant, people are gonna talk about it.
I don't think you should. I also think you should probably watch your swearing,
I know. I'm
mister.
trying. When you poop in a fake plant, which happened at Anime Houston one year, I think their first year, somebody
Why
pooped
would
in
you?
one of the fake plants because the guy was drunk and he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna fertilize it." I'm like, "Bro, that's fake."
Oh
Every
no.
apparently at every anime Matsuri, somebody does the number 2 in the gazebo.
I
I,
don't
I
know about all that.
apparently I know several people who do number 2 in the anime Matsuri gazebo. So let's hope that something like this would never happen at Hentai Matsuri.
They do number two in the emergency stairwell.
That would never happen
So,
at Hentai
as a
Matsuri.
convention, as running
It's
your
just
convention,
consenting adults.
I don't care if
I am
you
not
are.
into
If
it.
I catch you shitting, I'm sorry. I'm breaking
I
the
feel
rules
like I
now.
can't keep shame, so I'm like
Like
saying
if I catch you taking a crap, actually
don't do it
sounds
in public.
worse.
It does sound weird.
If I catch you
Yeah.
making chocolate churros in the emergency stairwell where I have to run through in case of fire or ice,
Oh yeah, that's bad.
if there's a fire, immigration shows up, I gotta have a staircase to run through.
Look,
If
if I'm
if I
running through your
find
staircase,
your chocolate delight in there and I know you did it, you're gonna
not
you're gonna
chocolate delight.
you're gonna get decked in the schnoz. That's all I can say.
If I'm running down that stairwell and I slip on a little doo doo and I fall on my face, I'm hurting someone. I'm not. I refuse to see a little bit of doo doo.
That's one thing I can say about Whole Wheat Pete. He's never like crapped. Like
The bar.
He's
The
never
bar is
given
so
us a little
low.
bit of doo doo.
he's never like given us like a Hershey's chocolate surprise out where
I mean,
everybody can see it.
This is so much worse than just swearing.
That's right. You take away my swearing. I'm going to talk about turds.
We turn,
Chocolate churros.
turn into school children.
So how are you combating this at the convention when it comes to people crapping in the hallways and at
People
the car?
throwing up over the balcony. Etchy Expo 2022, the crazy room
Ooh.
party where someone threw up over the
I
balcony.
said I was sorry.
And it landed on a random person. This person
Okay, that wasn't me.
It was. They weren't even going to the convention.
Yeah,
They were just a
before somebody
random
gets
guy.
mad, that was not me. Like I was pretty sober that like these last few cons, except for anime, like except for one of the anime cons, I forget what it's called. I've been pretty like behaved sober. I've been pretty good. So kudos.
He's been a good boy this year.
I have actually. I've only had alcohol twice this year.
Oh wow.
Like, and when I say not like 2 drinks, I mean like 2 days. And I didn't even get like drunk. I just had a few drinks and I'm like, all right, I guess I should call it a night. I'm getting old.
I'm planning on breaking that in Minecraft. I'm planning on getting a little bit messed up in Minecraft. Anyway, so yeah, how would Hentai Matsuri deal with people doing number 1, 2, and 3 in the convention?
I didn't think I would need to put that in the rules.
Please don't
But now
crap
that
in
I've
the
been
hallway.
alerted.
Do not throw up over the balcony. Do not
Yeah,
repeat
yeah.
anything that ever happened at Etchy Expo 2022.
Right, exactly. But I can say that we're doubling the security within the venue because this is the same video as San Diego Anime Con, which like happened last November. Just because of the nature of the convention, and like we want to make sure everyone feels safe to like be an adult like without children and do adult things, you know.
Mhm.
you can only have that vibe if you also feel safe to do so.
Right. I see, I see. So how would you, speaking of the vibes, how would you deal with the Karens and Kevins and the lead stare paint people?
I don't think you can deal with that.
It's there.
You have a better time dealing with the people crapping in the hallway than with the Karens that stare.
There's another one. Can we have a counter? Like, I really wish we had like a number counter on screen for every time he curses when he's not supposed
I
to.
didn't say crap.
Yeah,
I mean, I said
you
crap.
you
I
just
didn't cuss.
Counter like
that is cussing.
shortcut, just like counter.
That's
Well, we're at
no.
20 now.
That's not fair.
Yeah, how
Thankfully,
would
our
you guys
hotel
do it?
layout is set
Mhm.
up so you have to go down like a long hallway like away from the lobby. Um and most of the majority of the hotel rooms is like in buildings outside of like the programming and like panel space. So you have like the main building and it has like a pool and some hotel rooms, and we plan to stick like staff and like guests in there. So hopefully not a lot of like the public's there. And then there's like four other buildings like down the parking lot that are separated. So hopefully like if you're not attending the con, you go to the front desk and then you go outside and then you go to your room and you don't try to go that way and like complain about all the attendees.
If you can
So we'll
imagine
we'll
the
see.
layout you've never seen before, that's exactly what he's talking about.
I can't imagine nothing because I
The
have
back
like
rooms. Just no clip into the back rooms, you'll be solid.
Just turn God mode on.
Just
Yeah, we're
enable
basically
cheats.
hoping like most of the public like won't have to interact with attendees.
And
There
tindies?
is
And titties?
attendees. um and like we're gonna have rules about hey what is con space, what is not con space. I know it's not on the website right now. Actually had a conversation about that this morning with staff and like with corporate like yesterday. We'll finalize that on Sunday. We'll have the rules about like what needs to be covered, like what doesn't. Don't interact. No. We want to interact. I, I guess I could drop it here, but there's a push internally to be like, hey, if it's behind closed convention doors, like nipples are free. So we'll see if that goes into practice. If there's anyone voting like to not have that, because I'm giving people time. Like I'm not just like, oh, this is now the rule. Like if like as someone like leading convention, I want to be able to take feedback. So, but so far, like that's the consensus. So
mm-hmm.
You heard it here, guys. Vote now on your
heard it here
phones. Bring
first.
back 2013, free the nipple.
Exactly.
free. I don't think you can get away
Yeah,
with that shit here in Texas. I mean, Texas is very strict on that.
yeah, they're
You have
very
pasties.
strict.
All right,
That's
Deacon
something-
Raps here. So
Yo.
he's actually an official sponsor because he hooked it up with something that I wanted. So Deacon Rat will also be performing at Comic Palooza, guys. I don't have the details for his concert, but he will be
Right back.
rap, smack. I don't know. I can't rap. I don't do that shit. But Deacon Rat will be rap. Now it's 16. Yeah, so Deacon Rat will be performing at Comic Palooza. You can also catch him at Comic Palooza. We'll go over, and I guess I might as well go over it. So Geeks 5 Ever will be doing the podcast live at Comic Palooza. We don't know when yet, but we will be doing a convention survival guide. You know, for those of you that are struggling to survive at conventions because lack of water, lack of food, lack of somewhere to sleep, lack of deodorant, lack of a shower, lack of empathy, lack of waifu figures at the dealer's room, lack of stuff, lack of shame. We're going to go over our con survival guide. We're going to tell you how to survive a convention from beginning to end. That's right. There are more ways than one to save money and survive and not leave the convention looking like death. Our cuss counter is now at 16. So yeah, no, check out Deacon Rap. He'll be at Comic Palooza. Geeks Forever will be doing our podcast live as part of their podcasting program. We don't know about our panels yet, so we'll see what happens with that. But Comic Palooza, that's right. And we also have two sponsors. More Phenomenal is sponsoring 2 badges to their event in San Antonio. That's right. We're going to give away 2 free badges to More Phenomenal and BlockOn in July. I get BlockOn. We're giving away some badges for BlockOn. So we're going to do a subathon on a Saturday. We're going to do a subathon. It's going to be like a very long show. We're going to get people to subscribe to the channel, and we're going to give away some stuff, badges, posters, pictures of us eating our food, all the good stuff.
If you pictures at the Christmas party.
That's right. At the if you haven't already, guys, everyone do me a favor real quick. Go ahead and do me a favor. Make sure you give this video on YouTube a thumbs up. It helps us with the YouTube algorithm. That's right. The algorithm is kind of bleh. So we need that help. Give us a thumbs up. Even if you don't watch the video, even if you only watch us for 5 minutes, give us that thumbs up. And if you want to be notified every time we go live, make sure you ring the ding-a-ling button so you can be notified every single time I turn on this go live button.
I just did it right now.
Yes. So let's talk about the con. So I see right here that you're still accepting panels. So anyone in the California area that would like to go and host panels and get a free badge, I don't know, maybe.
I mean, if you want to fly yourself, I mean, to the con, I will not stop anyone from traveling.
I will take a bus. Oh, there's it. Look, Chad. So Chad does saxophone. He's called
cello
Jazz at the Con. So if you're still looking for guests to bring in and perform, you got Deacon Rap and Chad.
If they're willing to fly out,
we gonna rent a car. I mean, if we can get like half off on the hotel room, I'll go out.
The 24-hour drive?
Bruh.
Is it 24?
Yeah, it is. I've done that
are you
3 times.
Farther east than San Antonio?
We got until June to figure stuff out.
got till June.
Yeah.
Only way to survive a convention when you're over 40. I'm not over 40 yet.
Little inside joke.
Don't you put that juju on me.
That is a quote from someone.
Don't you dare.
All right, our cuss counter is at 16 so far. I'm keeping it there. We're not gonna spread any. I'm not gonna use any foul language. I wouldn't use any language I wouldn't use at church.
Yeah, pretend you're in church. Except we're talking about what the behind and the front hind.
That means sit here, talk to nobody, and be absolutely confused as to what they're talking about. Because I go to church in Spanish, even though I speak Spanish, they have a lot of big words.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's the thing. Anyway, so we see that you guys are accepting panels. Y'all are still. What about
cutoff's the 27th
of this month?
Mm-hmm.
Of this month?
Yeah, this month.
Okay, this month.
Okay. Yeah.
So if you're interested, guys, you can submit panels. Let's see what else you guys got. They got all kinds of cool stuff on here. Register. Vendor registration for those of you.
It's on wait list. Like we're fully booked. But if you want a chance, like we did give some people 48 hours to pay, and then we're dropping them. So
that's right.
Ooh, a chance to slip in there.
Have your money ready in case somebody drops off the list. And if you when push comes to shove, whenever you don't get that table, sell your stuff outside of the back of your van. Cheap anime figures, cheap. $10 less than the competition.
I don't really think they would stop you from doing that, huh?
I would just
in the parking lot, probably not.
No, not in the parking lot.
Yeah,
it's where some of the best deals happen. So when it comes, all right. So we talked about the convention. We're talking about the panels. We're talking about, press, vendors, all that good stuff. So, I mean, I guess the more important question is people are going to ask. Are you going to? There's 3 things that people want to know. So obviously we know you're going to have a karaoke. That's one of them. People want to know, and it's pretty obvious because every con has this. Are you going to have a cosplay competition?
Yeah. The form's live on the website for that.
Okay. And are you going to have a burlesque show?
Not currently. it depends. It really depends on getting a sponsor for it, because like at least in California, from our research, there's not like like an animated burlesque troupe or like a nerd like burlesque troupe that goes to conventions. Like I've gotten ads for like a Star Wars one, but that's a complete like Vegas style production, so we're not reporting that.
Wait, what? A
Um,
burlesque Star Wars
Yeah.
show?
Oh my goodness.
yeah, I got so many ads for that.
I've
It was
got
like in
so many
Hollywood.
ads for that. I live
Yeah,
45 minutes away from it too. I'm very tempted to go. It's called
I'm
oh my god, what's it called? Because
confused.
it's all over Instagram.
How does that? Okay, you know what? You're one with the Force. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I guess that's one of the things that people ask about all the time, because before burlesque took over, because I
mhm.
remember at one point there wasn't really that many burlesque shows. Like there was maybe one like every like 5 or 7 conventions, and but there was a Rocky Horror Picture Show at like every other convention, and normally would be the same group in Texas. But now it's kind of like gone the other way around, where I haven't seen Rocky Horror in forever
Mhm.
at a convention, but I see a burlesque show like every convention I've been to. I'm gonna be honest with you, I have never really gone into a burlesque show, but I have gone to Rocky Horror, and I know somebody's gonna get mad. Somebody's gonna like tell me I'm full of shit. Damn
Oh
it!
goodness.
So, that's 2.
It's
Okay,
on the
so
counter.
somebody's gonna tell me that I'm full of it, that that I need to. I am not a big fan of the Rocky Horror Picture Show, especially the played out show.
Mhm.
So I went to it once, only because like the person that I was interested in at the time wanted to go check it out, so we went to go check it out together. And I've seen the movie, I've seen the play, I just couldn't get into it. I don't know why. I don't know why. I'm just I don't know.
No media is universal. Like
That's
Yeah.
it's okay
true.
to not like something, you know.
Like there are people that don't like what's something that I like that the people don't like. Like the movie Independence Day, they don't like that movie, but I like it.
Yeah. You're entitled to your opinions. It's a lot like that one Family Guy scene where it's just like I did not care for The Godfather. That's what that is right now.
Okay, so I've never seen The Godfather.
I Me neither.
I've never seen it. I've seen Scarface, and I remember everyone especially going to school in the hood, like everybody was like, "Oh God, the Scarface is the greatest thing in the world." That's not what they said, but I'm trying to avoid cussing. They talked about how Scarface was I saw Scarface. I like Scarface. I think it's a great movie. I think it's an awesome movie. I don't think it's the greatest movie, and that's just my opinion. But yeah, I love Scarface. I've never seen The Godfather, so I don't have an opinion on The Godfather.
It
All I,
certainly is a movie of all time.
it's certainly a
Of
movie
time.
Yeah, a
of
movie
time.
of time.
It's kind of like Titanic. That is the dumbest movie I've ever seen. I think Rose is
Titanic should not have
crazy
been
and
3
she
hours long.
imagined Jack.
It should not have been so long. It was a very long movie.
We waited 2 hours for that boat to sink. No, the movie's 3 hours long. So an hour in, that's when that's when the iceberg gets hit. And then it took 2 hours for the boat to sink.
A lot could happen in 2 hours.
I feel robbed watching the movie because I knew exactly, like, spoiler alert, the boat sinks.
Totally not based on a real event.
Everyone dies. The
A
orcas,
lot of people
sharks,
die.
the orcas and sharks and predators in the water. I'm pretty sure they all ate good that night.
Moral of the story: don't be rich. Sorry, Richie.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So the convention, like, what I mean, so it's coming around, so it's around the corner. Like, dude, like June is not that far off. Maybe you got 2 months.
Super close, yeah. Yeah. Like 2 months as of
I mean,
this
how
week.
are you feeling stress wise?
It's a little ball of anxiety. Like, well, I mean, right now, I'm pretty relaxed because I'm not thinking about the to-do list, but like usually it's like a ball that I'm holding. Like kind of like a ball and chain, except it's like localized. right right here in the
Localized
chest.
entirely in San Diego.
Yeah. But we'll get it done. I mean, like the way I look at it, it's not only like my name on the line, but like this is the only one in California. So I would hate for someone to be like from out of town and they're like, oh yeah, I flew into this convention, I did this. Like I'm sad HentaiCon's dead, and then like, well, San Diego, not like California sucks, so they come to adult conventions. Like I would not want that like
I
on my
have
conscience, you know.
I've never been in Cali before.
I think that food wise, yes. That's it. That's all I gotta say about that. Food, yeah. Go for food, yes. Go for Hentai Matsuri, yes.
Go for the Boulevard of Broken Dreams? Probably not.
Probably not. Do not go to San Francisco. Poop map. That's all I have to say.
I was
So-
wondering if that was going to be mentioned in the previous like poop talk. I'm like,
I mean,
San
no,
Francisco
we're never
poop
going to
map.
get away from the poop talk. I mean, that's here to stay. That's not going anywhere. But I mean, well, I've never been to Cali. I'm kind of interested in going. And I know for sure that I won't be able to make this year because we're experimenting this year. Like we just did an event with Big City Wings for WrestleMania.
Ooh.
We did the podcast live there. We want to turn that into a festival eventually. You know, like this year was a trial run, so we already have ideas for next year. I want to do a free 1-day cosplay event here in Houston. We're in Houston, Texas, and I want to do one at the library or some see if somebody will host it. But I want it to be a kid friendly thing.
mm-hmm.
So people out there that want to have their stuff hanging out of their cosplay, it's probably not going to fly.
Yeah.
Especially around in a library filled with kids. So we're definitely experimenting more and with things that we want to do. Plus, we already have we're trying to go to more conventions this year, and we have people that are going to conventions like for us. Like, hey, go to this con, come on the show and review it because we want to expand our horizon because that's how we get more legitimate. That's how we become more legit because the more conventions we review, even if we don't attend, that's where conventions are starting to recognize the review system that we do because we talk about things that they can actually control, things they could have done better. Like, okay, this didn't make any sense,
Right?
And then we'll post the review. I don't know, Kawacon. I always call it Cowabungacon. Kawacon, they got an 8.75 out of 10. All-Con Dallas got an 8.75 out of 10. So these are the three highest scores this year. These are the three highest scores. And then UshiCon 2024 got an 8.75 out of 10. But we always do.
A list somewhere of the running scores. I'm trying to find it.
We don't have a list online, but I can tell you the cons we have. WeebCon is disqualified this year from the review system because too much controversy happened that we
DQ'd.
can't. Yeah, they're the first con to ever get DQ'd. They're not the first con to that we refuse to review. It's not that we refused to, it's just that we couldn't because it didn't seem right. So we're like, okay, we're gonna have to disqualify you this year. 1-day events that are not really conventions, those don't qualify. The Comic-Con and Traders Village doesn't qualify. Anime Matsuri is banned from they'll never win that award.
That's fine by me too.
Yeah, everyone's like, I don't have a problem with that.
Fanime is probably banned. Hey yo, and Sack Anime.
I don't even know.
I'm throwing shade everywhere.
We have a. Oh, okay. There's sorry. I have to look at my phone. We have a group chat with the situation that's going on with my family. So if you know, you know. If you don't please don't put it in the chat. I don't want it on the show. But we have like we have somebody that's going to review Anime New Mexico. I think that's what it was called. We have a few conventions we still have to review that we're getting there. Definitely, your convention's going to be on our list.
Woohoo!
You will be graded.
So anybody else who's
PSA.
listening right now, watching, will be listening in the next few days, I would like to formally ask you, please help us find a sponsor for H3ntai Matsuri. Please, Dictopus meet and greet and help us find a sponsor for H3ntai Matsuri. I know a bunch of burlesque shows who want to come out. Just give
That is
them
true.
money so they can have a burlesque show,
Please.
please. We send them a crisp $2,000. Thank you.
That's right. They accept all forms of payment: cash, food stamps, Venmo, Cash App, Zelle, Monopoly dollars, Dr. Pepper, and beer.
You know what? Actually, I want to ask, what is the lead drink for H3ntai Matsuri, and why is it Dr. Pepper?
It's for all the DP girlies. That's why.
I,
So
so I assumed Dr. Pepper was mostly like a Texas thing because people keep calling it like barbecue water here.
yeah.
That's what we think as visitors of of the state. We're like, whoa, it's a big deal here.
It is a big deal in Texas. Whataburger, Dr. Pepper, and for some reason, college football, which I don't have a problem with. I like college. I like football. I like to play it. I don't like to watch it.
Mm.
Texas is different. Texas, if you ever been to the carne asada, the family reunion, Texas is that one uncle that gets drunk, and it's only like 6 in the afternoon.
Oh man, I was gonna bring this up earlier, but now is the perfect time to bring it up. I've noticed that in Texas they're very strict about day drinking, but everywhere in
Oh.
California you can't go like 2 feet without a bar that is open in the middle of the day, and they want you to drink. I've been to every convention I've been to in California. They just have like 3 bars back to back, like encouraging people to buy beer, encouraging people to day drink. And these are family events with children, full on babies, and they're just like, "Hey, you want a beer?" And I'm just like, "I don't know if I want a White Claw at like 12 a.m."
You
like
said
12
beer.
p.m.
White Claw is not a beer. That's piss in a can.
Yeah, literally, I hate White Claw so much, but like, yeah, no, it's a.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I've noticed like mostly in Northern California, there's a lot of like day drinking at cons, like, and it's encouraged by the conventions. I've definitely noticed it at like Fanime.
That's because Texas, like, there's a lot of people here that have no chill.
Hard liquor is a morning drink at SD Comic Con. So is it gonna be a morning wake me up at H3ntai Matsuri? How many bars are we projected to see back to back? And how many Dippin' Dots vending machines are we seeing?
I don't know about all. Well, okay, you are assuming that I will be purchasing my drinks at the bar and not sneaking in a bottle through my cosplay.
Right.
Well, oh, you got a water pack? That's smart. Staying hydrated, huh? What?
Mhm. Get your liquids.
What did you say? You
Staying
want a
hydrated
picture?
for sure.
You want a picture of the backpack? Oh, tell the room to stop spinning. Oh, them fighting words.
What would you call me?
Mr. Piv is better.
Those are fighting words.
Yes, hard liquor is a morning drink. Okay, we just acknowledged that one.
Yeah.
We will sell beer at noon on Sundays.
Yeah, so
Is
I was
that-
looking at the Texas like laws, and it says beer and wine can be sold starting at 7 a.m. Like,
think
for
here is
us,
like
it's 6
10.
a.m. But so does it like depend on the city too?
It depends on the day of the week.
Mm,
It also depends on the city because some cities are dry counties.
Okay. Yeah.
This state sucks. I mean, you got to understand that we almost ran a podcast. Like when we were at Allcon, like people were losing their shit at the convention when they found out they got rid of Pornhub.
Oh yeah, California win, baby. Take that L. Take that L, Texas. We
Nice.
still got it.
I mean, I don't care for it, so it doesn't matter to me. But people were like, "Oh, fuck that! I'm just gonna go to the other websites." But apparently, I didn't know this, but apparently a bunch of the other websites were taken down as well.
Ooh.
So, like,
Like
thank
just
you
for your
for
state?
that was because the state is requiring some kind of law to where you have to in order to go to one of the sites. So this is based off what I saw on the
Mhm.
website. Let me see, because they still have the message up. We were gonna do a
Because I
show.
can say it, that is also banned in Korea.
we're,
Keep
we're
that
just
like
as all right. So blah blah blah. Okay, so dear user, as you may know, your elected officials in Texas are requiring us to verify your age before allowing you to access our website. Not only does this impinge on your rights of adults to access protected speech, it fails strict scrutiny by employing at least the least effective and yet most restrictive means of accomplishing Texas' stated purpose of allegedly protecting minors. I don't want to read the whole thing because it's long and bullshit. I don't really care. So pretty much what they want you to do is you have to register online with the website and you have to like put your ID in the system. And when I say ID, I mean your state issue identification. And it's like, no, that's stupid. We're not gonna have them do that. VPN is for lovers, residents of Texas. Okay, but I don't have VPN money. This is why I need a
that's why we
sponsor.
need a VPN sponsor.
That's right. I need a VPN sponsor. The reason
Let's
why
go.
Comic Palooza is sponsoring us because we're part of the podcast program. So our $130 badges are free.
Nice.
And BotCon's actually donating badges, so we're gonna that's how they sponsored us. Because we tend to sponsor smaller conventions, like the bigger cons don't need us to sponsor them, but I'll take their money anyway. Like, oh, this podcast is brought to you by San Japan. San Japan, they did nothing wrong. Get off their back. Stop bringing up old stuff. I almost said the other word, and that counter would have been up to 19. Stop bringing up old stuff. Why are you living in the past? Stop bringing it up. Live in the future.
I do
Surfshark
want to ask
VPN.
Live in the present.
another question for Hentai Matsuri. I just thought about it. Like, so how's the rave? Since in California we can call it a rave. How's the rave looking?
I have a lot of applications, and I have a feeling I'm gonna have. I've had the same problem with like vendors and artists, where there's like so many good people that I want, and it hurts when I have to reject people. I don't like saying no.
I'll do it for a
So
bus ticket
it's
in a
looking
row.
good. Like, I mean, that's great for attendees. It's just that when you're doing the work and you're like, oh, I like this music, but I have to narrow it down. There's only so many hours in a dance, you know.
Wait, the comment probably non-existent. Is that about the rave?
I have something in the works. It took a while. Like
coming.
I'll tell you guys. At one point, the hotel was like, we don't want programming past 10 o'clock or something like that. Something crazy, and I'm like, this is a convention for people
Past 10 is when the
that
good
have
stuff happens.
later bedtimes. You know,
Mhm.
so yeah, the plan right now, and again, like going through the contracts and things like that. Fridays for live music, and then Saturdays for for DJs.
Okay. If there's going to be any throwbacks, a lot of people will show up.
That is true. See, that's like
So
another thing I have to think about, like genres and things.
Yeah.
You were saying?
I was gonna ask, like, so in Cali, that y'all can say rave,
Yeah.
and the reason why I'm asking that is because in Texas, it's not a Texas thing; it's an insurance thing.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, they don't want you calling it a rave because it insinuates that you're about to go you're gonna go ride the white pony off of somebody's chest. I'm trying to keep it PG.
Yeah, you're gonna do a little thing that I heard from this cool guy, this cool DJ called Major Lazer. You're gonna meet the white girl and party all night.
It always is a white girl too, huh?
The white girl is a nickname for a drug.
Oh, we call it. So it's. Oh, okay. No, my bad. That's not what we were talking about.
Oops.
Yes,
That
riding the
may
white
happen
pony.
at Hentai Matsuri.
I mean, I'm too old for that.
If you meet a white girl, I'm just saying.
Wait, what are we talking about? Are we talking about the substance? Or are we talking about like an individual?
Let's stay
Both
curious.
at the same time?
Yes, that actually
I
sounds.
hope not.
Yeah, probably
Kinda
not. Like, wait a
hard
minute, hold on. I got to think about that one
if
for
it's
a
throwing
second.
it back and you're trying to do things off the back, you know. But
I'm not going to jail in
with some
Cali.
practice,
I've
maybe.
heard stories.
How much movement back there is permitted at Hentai Matsuri?
So far, no limits.
Until it is illegal, right?
Right. Again, like I need to put this policy up, but we were talking in the Discord. Butt plugs are are legal within the con, as long as
So you're telling
it's
me we
covered.
can walk around with the butt plugs just in and
So,
Yeah.
loudly
are-
tell people this.
you want like so you want like the girl with the short ass skirt with the light up butt plug that looks like a you seen the cars with the lights on the rims?
Yeah, the show
accents.
cars.
The accent lighting.
So wait. So what we're hearing for Hentai Matsuri is that Hentai Matsuri is going to have free nipple and show light butt plugs.
Yes.
Okay, and they're visible.
Yes.
California 1, Texas 0.
Because like everything will be finalized on the website. Like the plan is for this coming Sunday to get that done. But that I could say that is what has been discussed so far. Like type tails, yeah. See, the funny thing is, like, I had more than one person ask me if they could do that at con. So I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I need to make a policy around it and see what the staff says, like management. So
Once again, I'm going to be on my hands and knees begging. Can people please sponsor Hentai Matsuri? I will buy a booth and I will have a Danktopus meet and greet and a legal guesting appearance, so that I could shake your hand and personally give you a forehead kiss if that is allowed. I will just have to put a piece of plastic wrap on your forehead because I am a germaphobe.
Patting the forehead kisses.
A little piece of plastic wrap
and
paper bag.
Can you imagine? You're gonna get all kinds of requests. I'll give you $100 if you look at it.
No. Do you want a little bit of dark Danktopus lore?
Okay.
So, I have strange requests all the time, but the one that I tell all of my viewers all the time, everyone knows this story. It is one of the more wild stories, but it's not as wild as the guy who eats his own cum.
Okay, you lost me. I'm out. Show's over. Have a good night,
everyone. There was a guy at a convention. He was cosplaying Filthy Frank of all fucking things, right? And shout out to everyone who remembers Filthy Frank. Rip Joji. The guy DMs me a good month later and asks me if I do roleplay and if I'm into Marvel. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he's just like, are you willing to create a piece of media for me? You know, how much would that be? And I'm like, I don't know. What is it? And he was like, here, I have a script. So you guys need to mentally prepare for this.
I feel like I'm not prepared for this.
Yeah,
You're not prepared.
There's no amount of preparation that could make us brace ourselves for what we're about to hear.
So the script is, it's late at night, it's a full moon, and you are working in one of the gamma testing labs for that one, for fucking whatever the hell from the Hulk. And you're a lab assistant, and you get hit with a ton of gamma rays just like right then and there. You feel a little sick, you go home, it's a full moon, and then the second you get inside of the door of your house, you start feeling queasy, and then the camera pans to your feet and you start hulking out, and your feet burst through your shoes, and you look at your feet and massage them. And someone requested for me to do this somehow. And
that was a lot of lead up.
Yeah, that was
Me to not be like, yes, feet.
Yeah, feet.
I was
Whole
thinking
yeah, you could have just been like, yeah,
scientist. You know, that's the
feet.
thing.
That's-
But it's like
Yeah, feet.
specifically burst the shoe.
And I was like, how do you expect me to do all the video effects for this?
with like, look, they're probably like, that's not my problem. I paid you, figure it out.
I was like, no. How about no? I'm not even into Marvel like that. So,
Wow.
are we gonna be expecting Hulk feet at Hentai Matsuri?
There is a foot model. She does not have
Okay.
Hulk feet. Do you think I should prep her and say like, hey, you might get some Hulk requests.
You might get
Be
some.
ready.
Somebody's gonna come and offer to lick your toes.
We do have that. So if you buy a VIP badge, you could do that for 10 minutes
You buy a
for
VIP
free.
pass,
It's
you get to see
included.
the Hulk feet bursting out.
Not the Hulk feet. We don't
I
have
can't.
special effects for that.
Somebody understands me. I can't. This brings up so many questions I never wanted answered.
California hit different.
Well-
Northern California conventions are different.
Yeah, we actually gain viewers as soon as she's talking about, like, feet.
No feet. Oh,
Feet?
no, that's not even the most wild one, but yeah, no. Expect feet people at Hentai Matsuri. We got a feet guest. You guys got a fucking feet guest. Oh my god.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look up flight tickets tonight and see how much it would cost to go out to the con. I'm not going for the feet. First off,
Why did you have to bring this up after the feet talk?
because I want to go. Like, I want to go to the con. I don't give a shit about feet.
Well, I want to go to
I
the-
discussed
the-
twice.
Let me look up flights right now.
Look at flights right now.
Yeah,
Flights
because
right
I don't
now
want. If you're
actually
gonna
would be
talk about
pretty
feet, I'm gonna go look up something.
No, flights right now. If you are interested and you're from Texas, flights right now to San Diego would be very cheap. At the most, like maybe 150. I would know because I just bought flights to go to Austin. For a no, not Austin. Go to Dallas for a different 18 plus con.
Twitchy Kun, first time commenter, I believe. Welcome to the show. They're talking about feet. Run.
Why did he come here when we're talking about feet? You got explaining to do.
I was summoned by Feet Talk.
Oh, is it time to transition over to Francis now?
Yes.
Go for it,
Okay,
Izzy.
so I do have a question. This is for the so this was sent to me via Instagram. So when it comes to volunteer work, are you offering any incentives like free badges or crash space for people that work anywhere from 24 to 40 hours throughout the weekend?
Yes, both. So split it up between volunteers and staff. Volunteers. I didn't work on the volunteer. I have a manager for that. I think it's 4 hours per day for the like a day badge. So, and staff.
What if you want to be both? What if you want to volunteer and run panels?
Well, if you, I mean, yeah, like, I do have some people where they're like on staff, so they are getting crash space. And they're also wanting to do a panel. So I mean that is something. If people want to do both, like we'll just have to schedule around like the con needs, and then when we could schedule the panel.
So like, because I was thinking about doing both for the crash space. Because if I buy the flight ticket to go, I'm not going to be able to afford a hotel. How much are the hotels by rooms, by the way?
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
180.
Oh yeah, I can't afford that shit. Damn it.
Is that 180 a night?
Prices. Yeah.
Is that with discount as well?
That is the con rate?
Okay,
Just
okay.
add. And also Twitch shouldn't it be Seafood City? That sound closer to Seafood City. Two O's.
Don't do this to Seafood City. Don't do this.
Recently, we made aprons that said like 69 Ranch Market.
Oh,
Someone was like, for the feet people, like Seafood City. It was like, oh my god.
All right, who's going to the con
but
that wants to
also,
split a room?
it's gonna sell.
if anybody wants, please sponsor Geeks 5 Ever to go to Hentai Matsuri. There's going to be open booty hole, open nipple,
I don't want to go
please.
anymore. You said booty hole.
I did not say open,
Nipple, booty, butt crack.
I'm gonna
but
see
like it
open
has to
booty
be
hole. Like,
like
why is
thong
it
covered.
open?
Open Bob, please.
You'll never
Bob and Vagine.
Give me Bob
see.
and Vagine.
See what we're trying to
California.
accomplish here, because we were talking about poop earlier. We're trying to have a poop-free convention, and you're
I
not going to
think-
have that with butt plugs and feet stuff.
We're not
Hopefully
painting
they're
a good
not
picture right now.
amateurs. That's the thing. Like, if I have to end up banning it, then that would be a sad case of that's why you can't have nice things. So
Oh,
we will see.
okay.
Yeah, don't poop in the lobby of the con, guys.
Please make sure that you guys are on your best behavior so we could have many more hentai Matsuris
Yes.
to come.
Yeah, make sure you are pooping in a toilet and you are flushing.
And wiping.
Please. Oh my god, fucking flush a toilet. People who don't flush a toilet, what's wrong with you?
Yes, please flush the toilets. Don't let it sit there and marinate, because it will stink up the bathroom. Don't
Not the
poop in a
marination we want.
backpack. I'm trying not to cuss because we're supposed to be changing our rating. Oh man, Anime Kanji 2013 wasn't poop free.
The counter is working, guys.
The counter is at 22 right now. So okay, so you got your volunteers, you have your people that
Mhm.
want to volunteer. They can definitely, trade that for a badge and crash space, and you have your panelists that are. What are the requirements for a panelist? Are you doing free badges for panelists? And if you are, what are the minimum requirements?
I think we might have just changed it, so I'm gonna reference the website because there are badges. We're doing it for like full weekend. Me programming. Because I'd hate to give misinformation on my own event. Okay. Okay, yeah. 2 or more panels to receive a full weekend comp.
And it's
Also,
like,
right now we're not selling like 1-day badges just yet. We'll release that probably like mid-May, depending on if we cap out or not.
Mm-hmm.
let me see.
Let's hope they cap out, guys.
All right,
Come on,
I have a
$69.
All right, when is the con?
June 14th to the 16th.
Okay, let's see. Hopefully, I don't have a class.
A dog.
Oh, y'all saw my dog run through.
What he doing back there?
He sleeps on my bed.
Oh.
Let's see, search flights. I'm actually looking at flights right now.
Okay.
So
That's why I was asking 20 questions about that. Like, oh, when's the con? I'm like, okay. So if I go, oof.
Please sponsor Geeks 5 Ever.
Oh God. Well, that's round trip too. Still, I will enjoy Matsuri next year.
Not
This is
unless you
9
can
for the
get like a
619.
drive down with other people. It's definitely much cheaper. Taking that from experience, but this is questions from the East Coast because there are a lot of people on the East Coast who are actually interested in hentai matsuri as well. Would there be virtual attendance? That's the first question, and the second question is how would virtual panels go?
Virtual attendance. We don't have the the capabilities this year. That's something I would love to do, or even like at least record panels. That's like something MagWest does. Not sure if Mag Super does it. Virtual panels so far. Our virtual panels is all VTubers. If that's the question. If you're talking about like other types of virtual panels, fill out the panel form and we'll take it a case by case basis.
All right. So like if you guys want to have a panel but you can't physically attend, you could also have a virtual panel. You heard it here. There are a lot of VTubers I've seen, but like a lot of them are femme presenting, right? So how many like Do you guys have judges yet? Are there any judges you guys are willing to leak for your for the cosplay contest?
Let me. Should be under our team. Let me see if the head of our cosplay is on here. Because if she is on here, oh yeah, Ari. Okay, yeah, cosplay coordinator. I believe she is one of the judges. Outside of that, like the other judge identities are not known or
Oh, I see.
publicly known. But yeah, like she's actually see, I'm trying to remember if the World Cosplay Competition just passed or if that's in the future. But she's like a current contender, like representing like.
Oh, she's part of the World Cosplay Summit.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, that's cool.
that's a big deal. Like you guys don't realize that's like that is the cosplay's equivalent of the World Cup.
World Cup, yeah, definitely.
Or if you don't know what the hell the World Cup is, culture yourself.
If you're way too young for that.
Way too young. The World Cup is older than like everyone in this.
Right.
The world. I mean, essentially the Super Bowl, if you want to put it out there, WrestleMania, Super Bowl, all that stuff. World Cosplay Summit is a big deal. So I'm actually looking up the bus and plane tickets. If I do a bus, it'll take 2 days to get there.
Yeah. That's about the same thing if you drive as well, but driving might be cheaper because I've done it. Danktopus pro tip: if you're going between Texas to California, know that California gas prices will raise exponentially when you get into California. Holy shit, you're gonna see gas go from like $1.45 in other states to like $6.
Where the hell is it? 145. I want to live there.
Under 6.
Arizona and New Mexico.
Oh, no wonder nobody likes Arizona.
Nobody
They need
likes
people to move there.
Yeah, exactly. But go only to Love's gas stations because they have like that whole thing on their app that like takes 10 cents off of every gallon or so.
Or you could go
like any
good
that. Because there are a lot of apps that will give you like 10 cents off or 20 cents off. I think Love's it does like 10 cents off. They also have pretty decent coffee for like $1. So if you're planning on doing a full 24-hour drive in one shot, do that. But you want to go through the weird back roads because there's going to be nobody on those roads, and you get to floor it, and no one's going to say anything to you. That's happened. I've done that at least twice. Probably the funnest thing ever. Was it good for my transmission? No.
No, I don't have a car to wear and tear, so I'm gonna have to pass on the driving. But for those of you that are looking to travel with FlexBus or an airline, or even pay gas, or maybe you want to buy something at GameStop, Amazon, or Walmart. So there's an app called Zip Pay. It used to be called Quad Pay, but it's Zip Pay. It's one of those apps to where they give you a credit allowance, like a credit line, a line of credit, and you pretty much buy something and they split it up into 4 payments.
Oh, nice.
That's cool.
So if you decide to buy a bus ticket to go to San Diego for H3ntai Matsuri, you can actually get your $300 bus ticket and divide it into 4. They add a $6 charge on there as well. But it's actually, I think it's like 70 something each. It's every 2 weeks. And then once you pay it off, you can use it again for something else.
Pay it in 4.
Pretty good for tip.
So I might do that because I can't. There's only 2 things stopping me: the money and my job. Because I don't know if I have a class, I won't be able to take time off. If I don't have a class, I can take time off, and I will take time off because I don't want to be on the phones. But yeah, so we're talking about cost. You guys have so far. You have a few guests. Y'all have. Is there anything in particular right now that y'all haven't? Okay, well, I guess we can't talk about it because we won't be able to say anything. But you guys have a bunch of announcements coming up pretty soon, and it's got to be exciting because one, it's like I said, it's your first year. This is the trial run for you guys. This is, hopefully it's successful. Hopefully y'all like it. Well, it really comes down to this: first year cons. Did you like it, and do you want to do it again? That's really what it comes down to.
Yeah. And for the public, like I know a lot of people that won't even show up to a first year. It's more like first year like is being birthed and you can't talk yet. Then year two, you're like a functioning con. Even if your con went well, like there's been so many scam cons. Like I don't know how the scene is over there, but
DashCon.
we've had like a lot of cons like cancel the week of or the day of, or you show up and like everything that was promised is missing. So that kind of ruined it for a lot of
You
people like trying to launch like a first year event.
you're giving me that Willy Wonka vibe, that show vibes.
Oh, the one that happened in
Oh
Europe.
yeah.
With
Oh,
the one
yeah.
girl that tried to make it work.
Oh no.
Somebody give her money. Like she deserves it. She tried. I mean, she knew that it was bad.
All those
But
actors, man, they deserve so much more than what they got.
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, so the reason like there's a lot of cons, and I mean, we got to know, like, and if you feel comfortable answering, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine as well. But is there like some kind of like, are you a little bit anxious or nervous about the fact that like there are so many conventions, like you just said it too, there's so many conventions in Cali,
Mm-hmm.
and like I don't know how you personally feel, but I have mentioned before, and some people do agree, there seems to be a little bit more pressure now for as a convention to be successful.
To tighten up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to make it work, because here's the thing, and this isn't, I've been going to conventions since 2007. I've been to so many cons. There are some cons that are legitimately like, they are fun, they are great, they're awesome. And there are some cons that are just glorified flea markets where you just walk around in a costume and shop and don't do. I almost
Enemy
cussed again.
impulse.
Yeah, I was just
Oh,
about to cuss.
Enemy Impulse. Oh god.
Oh god, I just like that pause was me stopping myself.
It's okay, I said it.
Oh wow, oh god, I'm having withdrawals.
Don't let it happen, guys.
Like, because there are some cons that are like, yeah, they're glorified flea markets. Like, oh, what'd you do? I got dressed and walked around the dealer's room for 5 hours, and now I'm going to my room and I'm going to order a pizza.
Stockton Con.
Yeah, like there are people that have a nightlife. There are people that are like, okay, I can't wait till, like, they won't come out in the con until it's night. Like, oh god, the sun's gone, time to come out.
That sounds like most Texas cons.
Yeah, that's a lot of Texas cons. And then there's people that don't have a nightlife. They will like frown, like, oh my god, you came and you're partying and drinking. Why? There's so much to do at a con besides that. Like what? Like,
yeah,
walk
that's a lot
around?
of California people, ironically. A lot of California cosplayers. Yeah, shots fired. Yeah, I'm aiming at you, California cosplayers. A lot of them are really weird and prudent about that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, well, sir, you just went and spent $500 in the dealer's room for something that I'm probably not going to want to touch once you get it home.
I don't know how many empty jars you have in that house, sir.
Not even it's coated. Take a black light and see how many of his figures are coated.
Oh no. How many of the mouse pads are coated?
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I forgot about that. Thanks. So it's a double-edged sword. Yeah, you have your, because I like to go and I like to like meet people. I'll talk to some vendors or I'll talk to some of the guests, like, hey, we're doing a podcast, we'd like to invite you on, and we'll talk to people, make friends. I feel like it's easier for a small convention to socialize with strangers than it is at a bigger con.
Yeah. I find that like to be true. And some of it is because at the larger conventions, like there's more involved to get what you want out of the con. So like NAX, San Diego Comic Con, if your goal is to get an autograph, like there's a whole logistical plan you need. Like you need to like win a raffle, you need to get in line. So at a smaller con, you're not in line for 5 hours. So that's like 5 hours you could be meeting people. So I think that's like part of the reason why it's like easier to meet people at smaller cons.
Apparently, well, not according to Riverwalk Anime. Apparently, it was a 5-hour line to meet one of the voice actors.
Oh no!
Yeah, I thought Riverwalk was a small con.
I was
It
wondering what the
is.
5-hour comment was. It was for geez.
Oh yeah, no.
So the way I look at it, I've hung out with Johnny before. I've gotten drunk with Johnny Young Bosch. For those of you that don't know,
Mhm.
I went to go say hi to him, and I saw it like I couldn't like cut to the front. I had to stand in his line, and I saw how long it was. If the line looks like it's going to take more than 30 minutes for me to wait, I'm out. Not even
I
going to
feel
bother.
that.
More California convention anecdotes is that Stockton Con winter recently they had Tom Kenny. How the heck did Stockton Con get fucking Tom Kenny? Yeah, there's another one add to the meter, but like and the
The
line
meter's for me. You stay away from my meter.
my own meter. The
Yeah,
line
because
to
my
talk
meter
to
would be at
Tom
50
Kenny,
if
like
you were included.
people were there since before the con opened, and the line still went on. It was like people were waiting there the whole day until the con ended, and they didn't even get to get their autograph. The line was
So one of the things that
insane.
happened at WeebCon, and so okay, actually, here's a good
Mhm.
question. Actually, it's more of a discussion, kind of both.
Mhm.
So at WeebCon, one of the things that they experienced with the voice actors is that people would take Funko.
Mhm.
So I don't know if you know about this thing, but people are now taking Funko Pop autograph orders where
Hmm.
they mail the Funko Pops to the people. They pay like, okay, hey, the autograph's $20. I'm going to charge you 30. You know,
So like the Funko's free with the $30 autograph?
no, they have to mail the Funko. So like, let's say
Oh.
let's say you are going to a convention where Johnny Young Bosch is, right? And I'm like, hey, you're in Cali. I'm gonna mail you my Black Ranger figure. Can you have him sign it? And you're like, okay, cool. Mail me the figure and give me $30 because the autograph is 20
How come they can't just bring
or
it
whatever. So
the figure with them?
some people can't make it out.
Yeah.
Oh, they're talking about people who can't make it. Oh.
Right.
Huh.
So you had people going up to the voice
Interesting.
actors with like 20, 30 Funko
Oh
Pops.
geez.
Oh geez.
So do you have a policy or is that something y'all are gonna consider now?
I need to write that down. Well, the thing is, like the usual, like one item per person, uh, like
Mhm.
type of rule should suffice.
I would put that
Yeah,
in
but
writing.
yeah, exactly. Put that in writing.
Yeah, because that's something that's not new, but people are they're taking advantage of it. Because I'm in a couple Power Ranger and Dragon Ball Z groups, and they have like all right, for $50, mail me your figure, put it in a plastic
Oh,
container, mail it to me. Any damage to the figure, I'm not responsible for.
yeah.
I'm gonna go and get it signed, and then I'll mail it back to you.
Mhm.
And that holds up the line because these guys will get like 30, 40 orders,
Jeez. Okay, I'm putting that in my.
and they'll go twice in the weekend. Like, okay, hey, I got 20 pops for you to sign. Okay, the next day I got 20 more pops for you to sign.
It's way too many.
Okay.
Also,
Some cons are limiting it to 5. Some are doing less. Some haven't done the limitation
Mhm.
yet, which people do take advantage of. So I didn't know if you had a policy against it, or if you had something that y'all were going to like consider in the future.
Definitely considering. Like, I don't think we had the type of gas that it's gonna warrant like lines, but yeah, like you said, it's gonna have it in writing.
You'd be surprised. They make custom
Oh
pops.
wow.
yeah, people do that.
They have custom Funko Pops. So
Yeah.
Also highlighting
like, hey, can you?
another Francis comment: Nendroid supremacy. Who the heck wants a Funko Pop? Ew.
Funko Pops are cheaper and just as good. Where Nendroids kind of just sit there and they cost a
If you
lot, and
had
they
a
don't really. You can't
baby,
really do anything with them.
if you had a baby that looked like a Funko Pop, what would you say? If you saw a child that just straight looked like a Funko Pop, what would you think?
Everybody at one point was built like a Funko Pop.
I sure as hell was not. I can tell you that right now. California built different. I don't know. Into the ocean. We do not condone violence against children.
No, but we do, however, find it hilarious.
you know,
No, we don't. No, don't clip that.
It's not good for ratings.
we do not condone violence against children on this show.
So, I mean, because hold on, give me a second. Like I said, I'm part of a group chat that's in case of emergencies, and they just send a
Funko
text.
Pops all look alike. They're just autographed bait. Literally, that's what I'm saying. Nendoroids are nicer, you know. They're very unique. They're mix and match all the faces. Like, come on now, like, there's so much more you can do with Nendoroid. On top of the fact that like Funko Pops are just, they're very cheaply made. The vinyl isn't even that good. Like, I could go on for hours. I mean, yeah, sure. If we want to talk about price points, some Nendoroids are like $20. Like, I've been here in Northern California. I have the privilege of living close enough to like all of the port cities, and I can get a Nendoroid for $20.
So there's a rumor going around Texas that the minimum wage in California is higher. Is that true?
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure if it's statewide, but there was like a fast food worker bill for their minimum wage to go to $20.
Okay, yeah, it's definitely higher. Like they still pay 10. Like our minimum wage was like is still 7 something, but the companies have to pay 10, at least 10 or 11.
Yeah, no, the in California, most places pay $20 for minimum wage, even if they're not like contractually obligated to.
See, I like Texas, but we are kind of. I'm not going to talk trash about the test state on the show. We have our issues. Like there are times where if Texas had a set of balls, I would like to kick them.
That state is perfect.
This is one of those times.
It is one of those times. It's one like it's every time.
That's actually.
It doesn't matter what state I'm in. I always get the whole speech. Do you even speak English speech? And I pretend not to. Like, yeah.
I will say, as someone who travels to Texas frequently, very often, maybe like once a month, maybe twice a month sometimes.
And I've only ever seen you here once.
Yeah. I've seen you multiple times. We never interacted except for that one time. I can definitely say
that's because I am a party whore. Like,
no, yeah.
As soon as the party starts, within the next half hour, I'm like, I somehow got into the room. Like, when did he get in here? I don't know. He just kind of climbed in through the window.
Just appeared.
Just wait until you get into the party rooms with the creature. Look through that thing. We're not talking about that here. I could say, as someone who travels to Texas fairly often, my roommate makes less than minimum wage here in California, and we still make it work. So I think Texas needs to up their game.
It's because, like, for here, it's insurance, and like for me, it's a lot of like money that comes out of my check for responsibilities that I am responsible for.
Because you're a responsible person.
Yeah, I have child support and insurance. I have life insurance as well. So if I get hit by a car right now, my kid will get at least $100K. Somewhere between 100 to 200K.
So the car just flies through your window right now.
Yes, this is Houston. That is very possible. I walked down the street and there was a car that ran into, like, not our next door neighbor, but one of the neighbors down the street. Car ran into their living room.
Oh, you should see how Northern California. That's a regular Tuesday here. I'm actually very serious that happens a lot where I live.
Yeah, it happens a lot here. People always driving down. People will drive on the sidewalk in the city if it means, not. People will speed up past you, honk, give you the finger, and then you run into them at the stoplight. Like, oh, look,
it changed nothing. Oh, I hate that so much.
It's like, oh, look how far you got by, because you had to go 3 miles over the limit. In Texas, don't go on the freeway if you've never been on the freeway.
Oh man, California freeways. Hey, another H3ntai Matsuri question.
Okay.
How are you guys gonna address the traffic? How is traffic in San Diego?
It's not LA.
That might be out of their realm.
Thankfully, like there's a couple of freeway options to get to the hotel. So 805 will lead to the 8. If you had to, you could like take back roads from like nearby like cities if need be. It's pretty close to the airport too, so
Mhm.
you wouldn't have to worry about that. And the trolley stops are just one close by. Yeah,
So
yeah,
how
we
does
ate
it?
it like
Yeah, I was gonna say. So like, how many lanes compared to LA's like 20-lane highway?
trying to remember how many lanes the 8 has, and like 5.
I've been on that like super rough freeway with like all the lanes, and it was the worst
Yeah.
thing I've ever experienced in my life. Let's hope that Hentai Matsuri will be bypassing that somehow by the power of God and anime.
Right.
What is the widest highway in the country? I want to know.
That's a good question.
That's a good question. It's probably the LA superhighway that has like 20 lanes. One more lane, it will fix the traffic.
The world's
That's
widest
the
highway
lane.
spans a whopping 26 lanes.
Oh yeah, that's LA. That's LA. There it is.
Ouch.
Oh, sorry.
Hold on, let me see. Cause oh shit, that's damn. Oh, that's 2 more for the counter. So apparently the one in Houston is 26 lanes.
Oh, the Houston.
It's not the largest
That's
in the
wild.
world, but apparently that it's 26. Why is it 20? And still it's bumper to bumper traffic. I don't understand that.
I mean, I could probably tell you like logistically why, but that would be a little too boring. We're supposed to be talking about Hentai Matsuri.
No, okay, yeah, we're wrapping up. I just wanted
Okay.
because y'all brought up highways. So there's certain things that the con can't control, guys. Just to kind of get it out there, they can't
The
control
weather.
like the highway traffic. Like, oh god, the con sucks because there was so much traffic on the freeway. There was a car flipped over, and then like there was a Pokemon battle, and Godzilla showed up for some reason.
Civic planning stream.
So like there's certain things like room parties. Obviously, if you're going to do a room party at the convention, be safe. There's a reason why a lot of the drunks, and I'm talking about like hardcore drunks, like they will start drinking Purell, and I'm talking about the hand sanitizer off the wall if it means a free shot of booze.
That is a line I have not heard crossed. I'm thankful for that.
They
now.
will drink if they are drinking, because look, my container, it's a closed container, right? This is the one I use for my drinking. Well, right now it's water. I'm not going to drink alcohol, but
allegedly,
like it's closed, it's concealed. No, it is water because I've been drinking a lot more water because I'm going back on it. I want to, yeah, I'm drinking water right now because I'm trying to cut out some sugar. So even the hardcore drunks, like, woo, this stuff is free, man. You see the guy like sucking the Purell out of the hand sanitizer station because it's 7% alcohol.
Ugh.
It's even worse.
That's terrible.
Yeah. If like they use closed containers, that way nobody messes with their drink. Remember, if you're gonna throw a room party, I can't tell you what to do, but it's recommended that you check IDs, that you have only 21 and up in the room parties. Don't have anyone that don't have somebody in the room that looks questionable. Like you have to question, like, hey, are you at least 18?
Yeah.
If you have to question it, don't even let them walk in. Like daycare's over there. Be safe around the con. Remember, cosplay does not equal consent. Somebody cosplays and you decide to stick your hand up their ass like they're Kermit the Frog, you will get decked in the schnoz.
Be mindful. They might have the RGB butt plug in there. You don't want to. That's theft.
Somebody needs to have like the butt plug that will tase somebody as soon as they reach in.
Smart.
Are those real? I'm asking for a friend.
Like, oh, that guy's on the floor having a seizure. No, he got tased. Try to grab somebody's butt.
Deserved.
That's what he deserved.
Cosplays. I mean, what you guys do behind closed doors are in the con, as long as it's allowed. It's up to y'all. We don't. Okay, we say we don't kink shame, but we do kink shame all the time.
We definitely are.
What was I forgot what we kink shame?
Beat.
So the golden rule is consent. Like con security, the local PD will arrest you. And I can't believe I'm making this as a public service announcement, but please, if there's stairs, do not stand underneath them and take pictures.
Oh God.
You will go to jail.
Heard that in so long.
Oh my God.
Apparently there was an issue last year.
Someone got banned at like AX for escalators or something, like, taking shots, and it's like, wow. Yeah, I'm glad I haven't heard of an incident in so long, but that is so bad. Like, don't do it.
Apparently, somebody was taking upskirt photos at one of the conventions last year in Houston. It wasn't stair photos, like you would think, right? It was they were standing underneath some stairs and taking the photos. No, apparently they were like putting the camera in it, like or something. Like like now I don't trust people with selfie sticks. That's all I can
Yeah.
say.
I've never really. Sorry to Jonathan, a friend of mine who always uses a selfie stick. Sorry. I feel as though Hentai Matsuri is going to be like a very safe convention, correct?
That is the plan.
Right. That's the plan for every con, but you always have like the one person that always, with malicious intent. Like you always have that one individual. It's better. It's kind of like there's always that one person that's got to ruin it for everybody. There's a reason why in Texas a lot of hotels hate cosplayers or con goers as a whole. No convention is like every convention has its flaws, every convention has its issues. But as a community, guys, we can do better. Let's be better. Let's not be stupid. And like I've been called that's why I'm called the most chaotic. Oh, I kind of picked up that moniker, but the most chaotic panelist and podcast host in all of Texas, because like I don't like sugarcoating things. If I've seen some stuff and I've heard stuff, I'm like, hey, like don't do that, or you know what, we're gonna have an issue. I'll just leave it at that. But overall, you guys sound like you guys have a lot going on this year. You definitely have your foot on the, you have your both your feet on the ground. I mean, it's your first con. It's the first time, so hopefully you guys have an amazing, great debut.
Thank you.
And I can already tell you guys are already, so like yes or no, are y'all guys already planning towards next year once the weekend is over?
We've scouted a venue. I could say that.
Ooh, okay.
They'll be upgrades.
Because once you, as somebody that's hosted events, whenever you do something and you think it's going to be successful, you're already thinking about what you can improve it for next year.
Exactly. Yeah.
I was like, all right, this year is already set in stone. Now, how can we make next year better? Yeah. But is there anything that you would like to say about the convention before we wrap up?
I mean, yeah, security is paramount. Like we have like internal plans beyond just hired security, like to have like volunteer eyes and ears out for the safety of people. We do have like some other conventions ban lists that we're implementing. I know a lot of conventions are afraid of refusing like service. And see, that's the thing, like I always say, like, all right, we have the right to refuse service or right to like have you not be a customer. And I feel like that should be the same for people who get banned like at a convention, and it's like, oh, they did something bad, they shouldn't be allowed here. So
I think it's because people are kind of afraid to be confrontational, like, oh, I guess they're here. Well, because we had somebody in one of our parties, I didn't know this, but apparently they were, I'm not going to say what they were convicted of. They were convicted of a crime to where in a con community, that's a no-no. So people were uncomfortable with this individual being there. And so we find out after the fact, and then apparently they showed up. Like I was at a different there were two conventions in the same weekend. So the next day I have to go to another con across the city to host my panels and stuff. And I got a text like, hey, he showed up again. He's here. What do we do? Kick him out. Tell him to, I'm discussed again. Tell him to leave. Tell him to go. Tell him he needs to get out. Tell him he can't stay. And like the person I kept telling to kick out this person, like, well, I don't know. I don't want to do it.
Goodness.
I literally had to find somebody in the room to kick him out while I was not there. And they eventually did. I think it's just that some people are just afraid of being confrontational and it makes sense because like
some people are afraid of online, like that person like suing the con is what I hear. Like even
you know what, I'm gonna break my rule. Sometimes sometimes you got to go in there with that mental.
Oh
I
yeah,
understand
yeah,
the
so,
convention.
yeah.
Sometimes the convention, like you got a lot to lose. You got this
Mhm.
con, your investment. This is like a
Right.
lot of money that's being. But like for me, like in that instance, I was like, I don't give a fuck. Get out.
Get on.
Like you gonna sue me? I ain't got shit.
Yeah.
Let me add two to the counter real quick.
But that's what I'm saying. Like at least with us, and the cons are like we're friends with. Like we've decided, like, yeah, we're gonna share our balance. Like we're gonna have these people feel like they could like prey on our attendees.
Yeah, that makes sense. And
Yeah.
like, there's a lot of people that, look. Uh, all I can say is consent, be safe, and whoever you're talking to, make sure you check ID. That's all I can say. So because especially our Texas people that are going out to Cali, y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all know who y'all are. Don't run. I
Yeah.
see you.
We see you.
Uh,
Hopefully, we'll see you at Hentai Matsuri.
that's right. I am looking at bus tickets. I'm probably going to just buy a flight ticket.
All
I'm
right.
gonna save up because I'm waiting till after Comic Palooza. Like Comic Palooza. So the room, our hotel room for Comic Palooza for 2 nights, 3 days is it's $660
Oof.
with taxes.
Man.
It's sweet though, right?
That's why we need people who wants to go. Split the cost.
Yeah.
Please.
Spend
Speaking of splitting the cost, why don't you take Hentai Matsuri's first time and come on out here? Come on out to Hentai Matsuri, please.
That's right. For those of you that are wondering, Hentai Matsuri has a website.
It doesn't have the 3 in it.
The website does not
Actually
have
has
the
an
3 in
E.
it.
Yeah.
Is it Hentai? Okay, yeah.
I will be there. A bunch of like friends of mine will be there. Hopefully, there will be many more VTubers who make surprise guest appearances. Who knows? But I do know several really good cosplayers who want to come out, want to hang out, want to party, and do know that the Texas party style is insane, and they do want to meet more people.
Nice.
But Hentai Matsuri, most of all, wants to have you go to their con.
All right. So you can go to hentaimatsuri.com right now. Hentai Matsuri is coming this summer, June 14th through the 16th, to the
And the Friends
Hanlori
Fest.
Hotel in Mission Valley.
It is
No
such a
doubt.
nice con, you could tell your mother about it. That's how good it is.
Good Lord.
For some
But,
values of mother.
Go to
Some sort of MILF, perhaps.
hentaimatsuri.com and get your badges, reserve your hotel, get your flights, and maybe stalk the owners. They could use the love. Oh, by the way, so just a quick heads up, your details page doesn't have anything on it.
Oh jeez. Thanks.
Oh, jeez.
Because I went on there to get, because I was gonna share the information on the con, but there's nothing on there, so I had to go to the hotel reservations to get the info. So Hentai Matsuri, join
They're
us.
working on it. They're working on it.
Yeah, they're working on it. They're a mom and pop company.
They're a virgin.
Mom
This
and
is their
pop
first
sounds
time.
better.
They're a virgin. It's their first time. Be gentle. Be
Jeez.
gentle and kind with your words.
All right, is there anything that you would like to say to our viewers before as we wrap up? Anything at all? Last messages?
No, that was my last message. Yeah.
Any social media?
It's hentai with 3 on Meta products like Instagram and Facebook, and without the 3 on Twitter.
So pretty much the subject line for the video, guys, it says Hentai Matsuri. The way it's spelled is the way you would find them on social media. Go check them out on Instagram and all the other social medias. That's right. Check them out on Instagram, Facebook, the Twitter, the Pornhubs.
Potentially Pornhub, actually.
So all right. Thank you just so much for joining us, Dankapus. Let's go ahead and wrap up with your socials.
It's Dinktopus on everything, and more or less likely, actually, if you follow me on any of my socials, I will direct you to the Hentai Matsuri things, because I do actively follow and share their stuff.
All right, awesome. All right. For those of you that are unaware, make sure you follow us on YouTube at youtube.com/geeks5ever. We are on the road to 1K. That's right. We are trying to get to 1K followers on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram at instagram.com/geeks5ever. We have a brand new podcast special coming out this Friday. The good, the bad, the ugly, the whole wheat Pete special. So we changed Dark Side of the Community to the good, the bad, and the ugly. We're doing our special this Friday on Whole Wheat Pete. If you want to be a guest speaker, let me know. I will contact Whole Wheat Pete to see if he'll come on the show. I doubt it, but we still got to contact him to invite him anyway. We also have a special on autism for Autism Awareness Month. We also have 2 new podcast specials that we're doing, courtesy of Dangapus for giving me the idea. The Queens of Cosplay. We do need guests for that one. And the Mother's Day cosplay special. So if you're a mom that cosplays or goes to cons, let us know because we need guests. We also have a Power Ranger special in August, the Dragon Ball 40th anniversary in December. We're going to have 2 episodes for each one of those, one with the guest, one with influencers, and one's with the actors and voice actors from the shows. We also have Comic Palooza coming up. You can get all the information at comicpalooza.com to be made aware of what's going on at the convention. And starting in June, Geeks 5 Ever will be on Spotify.
Nice.
That's right. You don't have to stare at our ugly mugs anymore. That's right. You can just download and listen to us talk. Audio only. You don't have to stare and make eye contact with me and be awkward and be like, all right, Mexico, you owe me dinner and a movie because you stared at me way too long, even though I can't see you.
Doing a little too much intimate staring. Prolonged eye contact. I don't like that.
Yes. I miss 24-hour Walmarts. I was social distancing before COVID existed. All right, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you give it a thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube. If you're on Twitch, make sure you follow us. If you're on YouTube, make sure you're ringling the dingling button to be notified every time we go live. Same thing for Twitch. Make sure you click to be notified every time we go live. We'll be back Friday at 7 p.m. for our whole wheat special. That's white wheat thins. We're talking about them, the good, the bad, the ugly. We'll be back next Monday for sure. That is our, I think that's our autism special. Yes, that is the autism special. So that is next week. Let me double check the planner real quick. No, that's on the 29th. I forgot what was on the 22nd. I made flyers for them. I'll post them up. So make sure you follow our Instagram to be notified what specials we got going on. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you Friday. Stay classy.
See ya. Thanks for having me.